What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy. It's your boy Matthew Shack, man. Live here in Los Angeles, man. What's goody on a Monday afternoon? Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered, dog. What's popping, man? Let's do what we do. First things first, man. Salute to the unfiltered nation. Salute to the unfiltered fam. Salute to the mod squad. Salute to the goons in the chat. Run them likes up, bro. Run the likes up, man. Keep the likes at 50% of the audience at all times. Last but not least. Hey, man. Throw a tip at your bartender, bruh. What's popping? Hey, man. I'm chilling, bro. I'm going to do what I do. And guess what that is? That is Blaze one for who? Who? Blaze one for the nation, dog. Hey, man, it's a celebration for me, man, and mine, bro. You know, we, me and the wife, man, just went to student orientation this morning, man, for my son's gonna be starting kindergarten on Wednesday, and his school is one of the best schools in California, bro, that he's going to, and man, just phenomenal situation. So I'm celebrating, man. I'm gonna celebrate by taking care of that, man. Seeing my son do what he needs to do, man. Okay, putting himself in the proper position. You know what I'm saying, to be a successful brother in the world. All right, man. So yeah, man, I'm blazing one for the nation for my son, bro. Okay, very happy today. I mean, you do not even understand, man. This school, you can't just register your kid. Your kid has to be recruited, bro. He has to be recruited. He has to, like, waiting list is phenomenal, all kinds of shit, man. But he's in there like swimwear, dog. Okay. So, man, yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and blaze one for the nation for my little son Sizzle, man. Son Sizzle in the building. All right, man, go ahead and do this, man. But I also wanted to talk to you guys, okay? You know, because, man, hey, man, there's still a lot to be discussed about that game that happened on Saturday, man. Yeah, man. Salute to my son, bro. Salute to my son, bro. Yeah. All right, man. All right. So there's still a lot to be discussed, man. The fallout from the 49ers beating the Raiders 22-19 on a 59-yard field goal, which was set up by two ill-advised interceptions. One of them by the second-string quarterback, and one of them by the third-string quarterback. Okay, before those two interceptions were thrown, the Raiders were ahead 13-10 on their way to get at least another 3 points, and Aidan O'Connell threw a very, very horrendous interception. Finally got through some more snap threw in Cam Miller, and Cam Miller proceeded to do the same exact thing. All right, 49ers won on a 59-yard field goal, you know, with no time left on the clock. But we don't care that we lost the game. What we care about is how and why. All right, and Pete Carroll, man, the head coach, the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, Pete Carroll, okay, a gold jacket wearer in college and soon to be a gold jacket wearer in the National Football League, had some very interesting things to say. Let's run these likes up. About your boy AOC. Yeah, you like how I did that shit? AOC. Yeah, a lot of shit about AOC, bro, that doesn't sound very good for the homie Aidan O'Connell, bro, because we got to put things in perspective, all right? And there is a lot of members of Raider Nation that are still trying to act like this isn't a problem, okay? But I'm here to tell you what Pete Carroll said, and then I'm going to tell you what I got to say about it, man. Let's run these likes up, bro. Okay? So, if I print it up, that's it. That's all. All right. So Pete Carroll, man, he had a lot of things to say about a lot of parts of the team. He pretty much discussed everything. Not going to really get into all of that, man. He had some things to say about different parts of the facets of football, from the line to the D line to the linebacking core to the secondary, which was absolutely putrid. He talked about all of that, bro. But hey, man, you guys don't care about none of that. All you guys wanted to talk to me about was, hey, Shaq, do you think Cam Miller took over the second job over Aidan O'Connell? And I'm like, you guys are so concerned about about the backup quarterback slot in comparison to your starting secondary. I mean, hey, go figure, man. If Geno plays the way he's supposed to be played, it doesn't matter who's second string. It's keeping it a buck, all right? So here's what the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders had to say about the quarterback play on Saturday. Pete Carroll, quote, Geno Smith was on the money. He was right on everything. Tempo was good. I thought Aidan continued to a little bit. Well, we were not quite as fast when he's playing. We don't play as quick from the middle to the huddle to the snap. Still trying to work that out. And he made a poor choice on the throw for the pick. Unfortunately, it was a crucial time. That was tough. Just the guy was covered. And if he had to throw it away or take off, we would have preferred that. Unquote. What y'all think he's saying, bruh? I'll skip over the Geno Smith part. I just want to read it again for you guys that may have not caught what Pete Carroll was throwing. Okay? I thought Aidan O'Connell continued to a little bit. Well, we're not as fast when he's playing. We don't play as quick from the huddle to the snap. We're still trying to work that out. And he made a poor choice on the throw for the pick, unfortunately. It was a crucial time. That was tough. Just the guy was covered. And if he had to throw it away or just take off, basically run, we would have preferred that. So what does that mean? I'm going to tell you what it means, man. Somebody who's Pete Carroll has been my coach at USC for many years and won me a national championship. Really won me too, but hey, AP didn't think we were number one. All right. Pete Carroll doesn't have any affinity or any type of skin in the game when it comes to Aidan O'Connell. Raider fan. Yeah, Aidan O'Connell's a Raider. He's a real Raider, bro. He was drafted by our team. He was all of that stuff. But he's not a Pete Carroll guy. If you look at who's the remaining two quarterbacks that are in that quarterback room, Geno Smith he traded for, and Geno played for him for several years. And Cam Miller he drafted. Who is the person that is the odd man out? That would be AOC. He would be the guy who Pete Carroll, when he showed up, he was here. He doesn't have any skin in the game when it comes to AOC, y'all. Okay? You got skin in the game, Raider fan, but Pete don't got no skin in the game. Okay? When he said the first thing, Geno was on the money. I don't 100%. Geno, Dante Thornton twice. That's not on the money to me. Okay? He may have said he was right on his decision, and he said the tempo was good. Pete Carroll wants the offense to run at a certain speed. It wants it to run at a certain tempo, bro. Okay? It's just like, man, when you got your car, bro, and your car's running a little rough, what do? You go tune it up, man. You might change the plugs, change the points, and now your car is running at the proper RPM. When it's idling, that you know, that gauge needs to be where it needs to be at. Not doing this. It needs to be doing this. Sitting there. And he said Gino was in there. The tempo of the offense was running correctly and running smoothly, bro. It was running the way it was supposed to. If you remember, the first team offense didn't have any pre-snap penalties. No pre-snap penalties, bro. No false starts. No illegal motions. No anything that's a pre-snap penalty, bro. There was none of that, man. We played a very clean. Those series that we was out there, man. We played no penalties. That offense was moving correctly. But he said, with AOC, we don't move quite as fast when he's playing. Now, why? Why when AOC comes into the game, everything's slow? Why? And what he means is, from the huddle to the snap is slow. Okay? He's not talking about the offense once the ball is snapped. He's talking about from the time you break the huddle until the time the ball is snapped, it's slow. And if you look at the play clock, he's always down 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He's still trying to figure shit out. He's still barking signals. He's still trying to get everybody lined up right, bro. Every time I'm like, man, come on, bro. The clock is running. And he's slow. How are you still slow, dog? It's you. You're the quarterback. You're supposed to be the person that is controlling the tempo, okay? You're the point guard. If the point guard on a basketball team is walking it up the court, bro, then that means to slow it down. If he's jogging up the court, that means to speed it up. If he's sprinting down the court, that means you need to be breaking the press. Like, he's in control of the tempo of the offense, bro. Like, he just lackadaisical with it, okay? And Pete's saying it. He says, hey, we're still trying to work that out. Man, we got one more preseason game, dog, and we're still trying to work out AOC, his tempo issues. That's not boding well, bro. Okay? Then the decision making after the snap. So let me pause right there on the brakes on that one before I start delving into that, because I want to finish up this previous point. He made a poor choice for the pick, unfortunately. It was a critical time. So not only was his choice, his decision making was poor. That's the terminology that Pete is using. Poor choice. Then it was the crucial time, which is what? Situational football, situational awareness, understanding the timing of that critical mistake. All right? Said that was tough. Then the guy was covered. That's the fourth thing that he did wrong. If he had to throw the ball out of bounds or just take off and run, we would have preferred that. That wouldn't have been, we wanted that to happen, but we think that with all of the things that's going wrong with your boy, AOC, bro, all the things that Pete said in this paragraph, let's recap, okay? Number one, I thought Aidan would continue to not move us the way we're supposed to. We're not quite as fast when we're playing. Tempo issue, slow. Okay? We don't play as quick from huddle to snap. Nobody is moving with a sense of urgency, bro. He's not telling hey, speed up, let's go. He's not doing none of that. He's just walking up. Everybody like, okay, we got plenty of time. And when that happens, man, guess what happened? We got our first pre-snap penalty, false start. We had, when Aidan O'Connell was in the game, we had like 3 false starts, bro, because they're used to up tempo. They're used to Geno Smith having a cadence and having his rhythm. And okay, man, I know that we're gonna snap the ball pretty soon. We're not just sitting there letting the clock run 12, 13 seconds, bro. Like, these guys can't sit in the 3-point stand. You know, you're 320 pounds, bro. You really expect these dudes to stand in a 3-point stance for 15, 20 seconds, bro? No, dog. These dudes is ready to block. You're sitting there taking your time. Blue 62. Blue 62. Come on, man. Speed that shit up. And he's been told that. Because Pete said still trying to work that out. Like, dude, pick this shit up, bruh. Like, what are you doing? Okay? And then he made a poor choice. He decided to throw the ball when he shouldn't have. For a pick. Unfortunately, it was a critical time. Situational football. You got to know what you're doing. AOC, bro. I like AOC, man. But, hey, man, just because you like somebody don't mean you got to make excuses for him and cap for him, dog. His situational football awareness has been in question since last year. Remember against the Chiefs, man, we were in Arrowhead. All we had to do, man, was get the ball a little bit closer. Daniel Carlson kicks the field goal. We're out of here. What did he do? Not understanding situational football. Looking around, and Parham taps JPJ to snap the ball because of the timing. Like, everybody has an internal clock, bro. Everybody knows this is what we need to be doing. It's time to go, bro. AOC's looking around. All the ball hits him in the chest. He's like, hey, what happened? They fall on the ball, win the game. That's situational football, man. That's not understanding clock awareness. That's not you having a gauge on the tempo of the offense, bro. There's something wrong. Something wrong with that. Okay? You're supposed to have timing. Timing is super important at the quarterback position. AOC's timing is just, clock is just slower than everyone else's. And then it says the guy was covered. So the dude you threw it to wasn't even open. He wasn't open, bro. You threw it anyway. Created a turnover that we didn't need on our side of the ball, which gave them an opportunity to what? To go down the field and tie the game with the field goal. Okay? We would have preferred you to throw the ball out of bounds and just run or some shit. But you didn't. Okay? So what am I saying? What I'm saying is this, man. AOC is still the second string quarterback, but let me tell you why he's a second string quarterback. Because Cam Miller's a rookie. And Cam Miller doesn't have enough experience right now to take over the reins as the number 2. But guess what's going to be happening over the next few weeks? Last preseason game, and in the beginning of the regular season, they're probably already getting Cam Miller up to snuff, or they're going to try to find another quarterback and keep AOC. But AOC, man, at this rate, this will probably be his last year as a Raider, unless he just starts cooking everybody. Unless he starts cooking defenses and gets out there and plays like he should play, he's probably not going to be a Raider. He's in the last year of his rookie contract. He's in year 3. You haven't heard about any extensions. You haven't heard any talks about any extensions. And he's probably going to be out of here, bro, to be honest with you. What y'all got to say about that? I mean, there's nothing we can do. He's on the salary cap, man. He's a lot of money for what he doesn't do. Cutting him is stupid. He knows the playbook. Cam is not ready to be no second string quarterback. You need to let him simmer. If I was Pete Carroll, I'd be looking for another quarterback, bro. I'll be trying to find me a little veteran quarterback, somebody who I can bring in, so I can have Cam Miller not be the guy. Cam Miller needs to marinate, man. We need to not ruin him and throw him out there because you guys might as well. Okay, all right. So we'll see, bro. We'll see. But Pete Carroll's pretty much writing it on the wall, bro. He's writing it on the whiteboard. AOC, man, Aidan, dog, you gotta get your act together, bro. Okay, you gotta pick the tempo up, bro. Gotta pick it up, man. Okay. So that's what's going on with it, bro. Okay, but I don't want Cam Miller to be the second string quarterback. I'm putting it out there right now, man. It's all you guys might as wells and all this, man. What's it gonna hurt and all of that, dog. You made AOC into what he is by throwing him out there against the Chargers, man, last season when your boy Gardner shit show wasn't getting it done, and he threw that interception. He did that back then, dog. He did the same shit. Okay, I mean, was it Jimmy Garoppolo? Excuse me, Jimmy Garoppolo. My bad. When Jimmy G was out there not handling it, You put him out there and you ruined him, dog. You had him out there starting, he wasn't ready. Okay, I don't want Cam Miller to be ruined, bro. Uh, uh, Cam Miller is impressing a lot of people. You know how I know? You know how I know, man? Because I got a lot of friends that are in Niner Empire, bro. I got a lot of Niner Empire homies. And they're like, yo, man, let us know, man. If you don't want Cam Miller, man, we'll take him. Because they know how to look at somebody and how to look at a quarterback and evaluate what he is, bro. They know how to do that. They did that with Brock Purdy, okay? They know when they can see some shit or not. Raider fans don't know. You don't know, bro, what a good quarterback is. You have no idea. You have no idea. You don't even know, bro. You don't go back as far as me. You don't know what a good quarterback is that plays for the Raiders, bro. You don't know none, okay? You guys are really running around talking about Rich Gannon this and Rich Gannon that, acting like he didn't throw 5 interceptions and 3 pick sixes in the Super Bowl. That's why I don't fool with Rich Gannon, bro, okay? Because when we needed for him to play like he's supposed to, he didn't, okay? But you guys will swear on your life that was the last great quarterback we had. A guy who absolutely threw it to the other team 5 times, okay, with 3 touchdowns attached. Okay, you guys don't know what a quarterback is. All you know is what you don't want. You don't want to go through what every other team does when it comes to a quarterback talent. Let him lay his ass there, man. Jordan Love, 3 years. Aaron Rodgers, 3 years. Patrick Mahomes, 1 year. Like, let these dudes sit there and marinate, bruh. But no, due to the fact that you don't know how to acquire a quarterback, you don't know how to trade for one, you don't know how to appreciate one that's here. All you do is put people with viable talent in positions to absolutely lose their confidence, bro. And it won't be long if Pete Carroll allows you guys to tell him what to do, that Cam Miller will be the next quarterback that you will be shitting on, saying, get rid of him, he's not any good. All right? So that's what it is. All right? When it comes to talking quarterback talk with a lot of members of, the members of Raider Nation, man, who have been fans for, I'd say, for at least 35 years and under, you guys don't know what a good quarterback is at all, man. You have no idea, bro. Every quarterback you've had has won you nothing. Okay? When Jim Plunkett, number 16, retired, that was the last quarterback that ever did anything for you, and you weren't even a fan then yet. Okay? So like I said, man, y'all don't be knowing what y'all talking about. Y'all willing to throw Cam Miller to the dogs just because. Like, no, bro. That dude has potential. That interception he threw was bad too. But he has an excuse. He's a rookie. Okay? He's trying to learn the game. AOC's been a backup quarterback. He's been a clear starter. And he's been a backup. He's been in the league 3 years. When is the game going to slow down for him? Well, it doesn't have to slow down for him because he seems to be moving like molasses when it comes to all of that. All right? So Pete Carroll's not happy with your boy AOC, man. Now, do I think he'll trade AOC? I'm willing to believe he won't, because what's trading going to do? Trading's not going to help him. If Geno gets hurt, somebody needs to run Chip Kelly's offense, and it ain't going to be Cam Miller, bro. So he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place for at least this season. All I'm doing is hoping that AOC gets his shit together, man. But damn, like I told you guys after the game, all right? Make sure you guys check out that live when I talked about the defense and secondary and all of that, bro. After the live that we did, the in-game analysis, I tried to tell you, bro, that AOC plays that way when we're winning and when we're tied. When we're losing and we're trailing, AOC will make some phenomenal passes, and he'll look like, man, this guy actually could do some shit. But when have you ever seen him take the lead on a touchdown pass? When have you seen it, bro? That's the part that you can't answer. You can't answer when was the last time you saw AOC take the ball losing and go down the field and take the lead, bro. A come from behind win. But number 4 did it all the time, and you guys swear on your life that AOC's better than him. Okay, I mean, come on, bro. Like I said, you guys, there's 2 things you don't know. Number one, you don't know how it feels to be a Super Bowl champion with the Las Vegas Raiders, LA Raiders, or Oakland Raiders twice. And the second thing is you don't know how to evaluate quarterbacks to save your ass. Okay? Because I see so much ridiculous bullshit that you guys come out of your pie holes, but no quarterback has done nothing for you. Not one. Okay? So I don't have that problem. I've seen my quarterbacks, Stabler and Jim Plunkett, give me three of these that are on these three fingers right here. I've seen my quarterback do something for me. You haven't. So when you guys start acting like you're quarterback experts, like we had people over, oh man, Derek Carr, man, 9 years is long enough. I'm like, man, you ain't even suffered long enough, man, to talk to me. You need to be talking to your friends. Don't come over here telling me 9 years is long enough when I've been waiting 41 years to get this one right here, my pinky one. You haven't been a fan longer than I've been waiting to win my fourth ring. So I don't listen to none of you guys crying. Plus, Derek Carr hasn't been a Raider like 4 years. What have you done since? You haven't had a quarterback as good as him since he left. So it couldn't be him. It has to be you. Okay? Your baby mama left you, dog. And every girl you've had since has been fatter, uglier, less teeth, okay, hairier armpits and all that shit. You didn't date up, dog. You don't get to talk about her when you haven't dated up, man. Yeah, she might have been a 6, but you're in 3 and 2 land. What are you talking about? When is it about what you're doing? Never. It's always about what he didn't do. But 4 years later, you still haven't been to the playoffs. And the last person that took you to the playoffs, you guys talk about him like he ain't shit. But you haven't done nothing since he's left. So, hey, man, not everybody's dumb. Some of us are very astute and very, very easy to see that it's not them, it's you, homie. It's you, okay? You don't get rid of Derek Carr and throw in Jared Shittle. You don't get rid of Derek Carr and throw in Jimmy Garoppolo. You don't get rid of Derek Carr and throw in Gardner Minshew. You don't throw away Derek Carr and throw in Aidan O'Connell. Like I don't know where the hell you guys getting this dumbass shit from, dog. Okay, but I'd rather be me. All right. So that's what it is, bro. Gino has an opportunity to get something done. All right. And I'm waiting to see him do it. I'm rooting for Gino. I've always been a Gino supporter. I can't say I've been a fan of Gino, but I've been a supporter. I always want to see that brother do good. When he was with the Jets, I was rooting for him, dog. When he was at West Virginia, I was rooting for him, dog. I didn't root for him when he was with the Chargers. I didn't do that shit. But when he went to Seattle, I did, because I wanted to see Gino do something. But Gino always would do something amazing, and then Gino would let you down with a red zone pick. All right. So we're going to see what it is, all right? I'm willing to believe Gino can get it done. Gino has an opportunity. But we don't want to hear you guys' quarterback assessments, bro. You guys don't know how to evaluate a quarterback talent at all right? You have no idea what you're talking about, all right? These channels don't be knowing what the fuck they're talking about. You don't be knowing what the fuck you're talking about. And that's just what it is, bro, okay? Then you want to come over here and try to make me be dumb. Nah, that's not going to happen, okay? Unfiltered Nation, we know what we're talking about, okay? All right? So yeah, man, I'm just here so I don't get fined, bro. Okay, make sure you guys are picking up the merch, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's still valid, man. Powered by Raider haters. This is what Raider haters look like when they run into real Raiders and the police ain't around. They look just like this after we're done with them. Okay, all right, straight up. Okay, so let me read you guys' comments, man. Go to MatthewShackUnfiltered.com, pick up the merch, bro. Let me see what's going on with you guys, man. Let me take these sunglasses off so I can read these comments, bro. All right, man. See what's going on with all you guys, man. Blaze one for the nation. Okay, let me see what's going on, man. All right, man. It's a glare out here today, man. Shit, man. I can barely see, man. What's going on? Okay, that's a little bit better. All right, man. Very, very bright out here today, dog. But hey, what a beautiful day, man. Salute to my son, man. Wednesday it begins, bro. I talked to all his teachers, principals. We did the tour, man. We did the everything, man. I'm like, yeah, my son definitely about to get a great education, bro, without question. I love it. All right, man. Okay. So let me read you guys' questions, bro. Okay. Like I said before, bro, we're not here to convince you of anything. That's not our job. Our job is just to get shit right. That's all. That's all we care about over here. Okay. We don't care whose feelings hurt, and we don't care who loves it. All we care about was we right. And we are. We're always right. Okay. What's going on, man? Justin Sizzle, what's goody, bro? I was at that, bro. I was at that. I'm out here doing me, bro. All right, man. Whittington Thomas, what's good? I'm out here chilling. Mr. G's. Hey, man, I'm out here, dog. Out here, man, staying hydrated, bro. Looking fly, feeling fly, doing fly shit. And we're going to continue to do what we do, bro. All right, man. You already know what it is. All right, man. Justin Sizzle, Shaq, always nice to get to get the notice. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I do spend a lot of time, texting people, telling them I'm on and all of that, bro. It's got to be a better way, bro. It's got to be a better way. The notifications are supposed to be working, bro. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys get the notice, bro. Put a 1 in the chat, man, because if me texting everybody, telling everybody I'm on, man, start to get played, bro. Okay. I mean, there's got to be another way for me to do this shit. All right. Okay, man. Bill Holloway, what's going on, Big Beezy? Hey, Big Beezy, Big Beezy, Big Beezy, Big Beezy, Big Beezy. It's you, bro. It's you. Okay. Had to do it today. My son did excellent at the school today, bro. Excellent, man. I'm very, very proud, bro. It's one of these proud daddy moments, okay? All right, man, straight up. All right, man, Sam Tanker. What's going on, Sam? What's going on, Sam Teasy? All right, man. Giovanni, what's going on? Mr. G's, what up to the nation? Okay, what's going on? King Josh. Hey, man, what's good, nephew? Hey, man, I'm feeling great, bro. I'm feeling excellent, man. Feeling excellent, bro. I thought I'd come out here, man. Have me a celebratory cigar, man, on the family tip. Everything is going great, bro. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I'm enjoying what's happening. Guys, get ready, man, for some very, very big announcements. Some very, very big things is getting ready to happen. And every time I tell you that, you find out, okay? Just understand, man, when it comes to me, I never say what I'm doing. I just show you what I'm doing, bro. So trust and believe, man, when this happens, understand, okay? I'm just trying to give you guys fair warning. Egalitarian, what's going on, man? He said he's going to watch the Giants and Padres later. Hey, man, where the Padres is playing right now, Bill and Ike boy, man, they better get a win soon, man, because the Dodgers put foot the ass on them, man, this weekend, bro. All right, man. What's going on, man? What's happening, man? Justin Sizzle, man, you already know, Blaze, one for the nation. Okay. Hey, when Tom said he's got back from the job, hey, man, that's what the best thing to do, man, is to get home, bro. You've already put your time in, bro, and that's it. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That damn orientation was for the parents. The kids were just having fun. I'm like, damn, 3-hour slideshow, this, that, curriculum, all this shit, bro. I mean, I'm like, damn, this school, there's a reason. Everybody that goes to this school, bro, they be ending up at Ivy League schools. They be ended up at the top schools in the country, bro. This is a school that I'm like, damn. Okay, I've been to orientations, but a 3-hour one, bro, I'm like, damn, y'all need to hurry up, okay? But shit, everything they said was official. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm setting mines up, dog. Man, I'm gonna be the old nigga whose son is rich as hell. Either I'm gonna get rich as hell or he is. Okay. Say, hey man, just pass the black card. Me and your mom's about to spend a lot of money and you're gonna pay for it. That's what it is, dog. I'm definitely gonna be old, smoking Cubans in the Maldives somewhere, bro. I'm gonna be doing whatever the hell I want, and I'll still be on here with my old ass talking to you guys. Okay? You gotta enjoy yourself, man. Celebrate your victories like you cry about your L's, bro. Okay, this is a victory for me. All right, man. Daniel Berry, sports in the building. What's going on? Salute to them goons. Okay, I already know, man. You said you know that stick. Yeah, Bill. It's about time for a care package, my dog. It's about time for a care package, bro. It's time for me to see something in the mail. You know my tips. Time for my tips, dog. Okay. All right, man. I got something for you too, Big Beezy. When the time is right, I got something for you. Never forget, bro. 6th grade, man. We've been rolling. I got you. You know I got you, Bill. I got something for you, dog. Don't even worry about it. But it ain't time yet. Okay, ain't time yet. All right, Justin Salsa is a celebration, bitches. You already know. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, everybody knows this stick, man. If you know it, okay. It's a very good one. I was getting ready to do something else. I mean, I had to make a decision. I'm like, hey, I'm about to smile. I was like, nah, let me not do that because I got 2 of these. All right, but the other one, I was getting ready to hit one of them Cohiba red dots. I'm like, I only got one left. Bill, got to handle your business. All right, man. Congrats to the little one. Give him the best opportunity to succeed. Yeah, man, got to do it. You know what it is. When times you do the same thing, Bill do the same thing. It's like at the end of the day, man, you can't take none of this shit with you. Everything that I got is gonna go to him. So let me go ahead and hook his ass up, man, right now. Kindergarten, pre-K, kindergarten, all that shit. His transcripts is gonna be crispy as hell. Okay. By the time he's a sophomore in high school, he's already gonna know where he's going, bro. He's already gonna have a full ride wherever he's going, dog. Like, I'm not playing with him. Okay. He's gonna do whatever I say until that bank account has at least 8 to 9 digits in it. Then he can do what he wants. Okay. He gonna listen to me all the way up. All right, man. Justice Pete Carroll knows it's about knows what it is about Aidan O'Connell. I mean, Pete Carroll does know what it is, but unfortunately, Pete Carroll, I'm trying to let you guys know. I don't want to hear no crybaby shit. If Aidan O'Connell's not a Raider anymore, it'd be because of Aidan O'Connell. Aidan O'Connell did not get threatened or reprimanded or told that he wasn't going to be one. He got ample opportunity to do what he's supposed to do, and he still has a chance. Okay, we'll see what happens against the Cardinals on Saturday. We're going to see. He's going to get a lot of snaps. I still expect him to play 2.5 quarters. I don't expect Cam Miller to play more unless he's just playing like shit. But I don't think Pete has a problem going winless. Like, I don't think Pete has a problem going winless in preseason. All right? I don't think he cares about that. What I think he cares about is seeing what he needs to see. And there's a lot of things and a lot of factions of our team that are definitely, there's a problem, dog. That secondary, dog, I got a lot to say about that, man. I might have to do another live maybe a little later, or maybe wait till tomorrow, or I don't, because that's a separate live, or how I feel about my idea of what we should do now. I mean, it's changed, bro. I mean, what I said yesterday is not what I'd say now, okay? So we're going to find out, okay? Yeah, Aidan O'Connell's not a Pete Carroll guy. He's not per se, but Aidan O'Connell was never told that he couldn't, never had an opportunity. I really, truly believe that Aidan O'Connell had a very good chance to take some snaps away from Geno. I never thought that he would take his job, but I always thought AOC, man, may have a chance to do a dual quarterback situation if everything that all you guys just inside when you said you were coming out here just repeating what everybody else says, but you got to make sure you don't be the one to deliver a message like that, because we're gonna think it's you. Okay, I believe you when you said all you were doing was saying what other people saying, but sometimes you need to let those people say that shit. When you came over here and you regurgitated what you heard from some pundits or from whoever it was, AOC is challenging Geno Smith for the starting job. I said that's cap, that's bullshit. That is definitely not happening. And now everybody sees it. I knew there was no chance because I knew that Aidan O'Connell had not improved that much. All right, he has to do it on the field. All right, okay, straight up, man. All right, man. Bill Holloway, congrats, man. To Matt the Third, yeah, Matthew the Third is doing this stuff thizzle. Okay, very happy, very proud of that kid. Okay, I'm even letting him tear shit up. He in there tearing up shit right now. I told his mom, I said, hey, as long as he do what he's supposed to do, he can tear up a little bit of shit. Just don't tear my shit up. But he'll eventually get the mind, and that's when it's all going to end. Okay, when he tears my shit up, it's going to be it. He's one of them kind of boys, Bill. You know how we are, man. Just straight aggressive. Everything is just tear everything up, dog. They're just this, man. Take the covers, man. Just pull them on the floor, bro. He just throwing pillows around. Just doing this. He need to be on playing some sports very soon, bro. I need to get him on a field, a diamond, or something, okay? Because he eating up every damn thing, bro, and don't got an ounce of fat on him. Every 5 minutes he hungry. All right, man. Eating me out of house and home, bro. All right, man. Justice Saw said, but since Cam Miller is a rookie, we may have to keep Aidan. Ain't no maybe you have to keep Aidan. It all depends on whether or not you want to ruin Cam Miller or not. You can go ahead and, like you said, you thought that we were going to cut AOC. Okay, just be prepared for Cam Miller to be ruined as a quarterback prospect. Just go ahead and do what you guys always do. You always ruin you guys' future. You always ruin your future because you can't just be patient, bro. You know what I'm saying, dog? I mean, I don't care how great the microwave is. You don't put a turkey pot pie in the microwave, bro. You got to put that shit in the oven for 40 minutes, okay? But no, you guys know better than me. You figured since you could put a Hot Pocket in there, pause, you can put a whole pot pie in there that has metal on it, and you're wondering why it's sparking. Like, you got to do things right, bro. Until you do the right thing, you're just gonna keep doing the same shit. Okay, there goes a siren, but he's gonna keep going. Okay, he's gonna keep. See, like I said, bro, I'm on the west side. Yeah, he's going to where the problem is. The problem ain't here. Go ahead and go that way. As you can see, you don't hear not a siren anymore. All right. Go, 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 go. All right, man. All right, man. Carl Sanchez. Okay, just a sizzle. Pete's not taking any BS. Nah, he's not. Okay. Wing Thompson, Pete saw stagnation with AOC. He says he slows things down. Hey man, look, dog. Hey, Winter Thomas, you saw everything I saw, bro. Okay? Because of you, I got to see it. All right? You invited your boy. Salute to my boy Whittington Thomas. Man, put a 1 in the chat for my boy Whittington Thomas, bro. Because Whittington Thomas put me in a position to see this shit for real. I was there in 110 degree heat with his ass, okay? Right? They had the fans blowing, but shit, 110 is 110. Shade is still 110. I don't give a damn. And we saw exactly what we saw. We saw AOC in that scrimmage on Friday absolutely cooking our starting secondary. We told you guys that 2 weeks ago, over 2 weeks ago. Okay, like how many days? It's been like about 17 days, 17 to 18 days ago. We told you he was cooking your starters. Now you see why every quarterback for the 49ers had a QBR that was above 100. Everybody was cooking you, bro. It could have been anybody. Okay, Steve Young could have went out there at his age and still cooked you. Everybody was cooking you. All right, and he was cooking you too. But then the next day on Saturday, when we went to the scrimmage in pads in the Death Star, he did exactly what he always does. He plays bad because the second team was winning. There was a very good amount of time that the second team, offense and defense, were beating the starters in the practice. All it took is for AOC to do what AOC does. Go back to pass, bro. Goes back to pass. Has the ball way up here. And he gets hit. And he got the ball like this. And Max said 80 yards that way. That's all it took, bro. Dude, why do you got the football up here? Why? You getting hit, bro. You're supposed to what? Secure the bag. Secure. The ball is the bag. The football is the bag. You're supposed to what? Nah, AOC like this. Max is like, oh, you don't want it? I'll take that. 80 yards that way. Everybody was going crazy. I was realized like, hey, that's against us. I mean, you're making plays against us. It wasn't making plays against the opposition. It wasn't a joint practice like with the Niners. It was Raiders on Raiders. And I'm like, that touchdown that Max ran, that 80-yard tug, okay, put the second team, which was the black team, because the starters is the silver team and the backups are the black team, put them behind. What happened after that? AOC started spinning the ball. He had the best throw of that scrimmage when he threw like a 41-yarder on a rope, and everybody was like, ooh, because it was me. It was Major Raider, his beautiful wife, Joe, his friends, and Whittington Thomas at the 50-yard line, sitting there watching everything on the team side. Everybody said, ooh, because the pass was so impressive, dog. It was perfect, dog. Perfect. I'm like, damn, AOC could throw the ball if he's not thinking, okay? He spun it. Went down the field, bro. Once it got tied again, AOC started being AOC again. Then they put in Cam. Cam started balling, ran for a touchdown, threw a touchdown. Daniel Carlson, who was kicking field goals for both teams, put up the silver team with a field goal, and then we got in field goal range, and then Daniel Carlson mixed it. AOC has thrown 3 interceptions in 2 games. 3. Hey, man, you tell me. All right. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, Bill, I aged this very, very good. All right, man. Whitney Thomas. Okay, yeah. It's all bad for AOC. Pete wants to win now. Bill said, give Johnny tobacco not on deck. Yeah, yeah. Hey, man, I got that. I got ones you sent me, man, but I went ahead and did this. Okay. I went ahead and did this one instead. All right, Mr. G's, congrats to your son, brother. Way to start a young black man on the path to success. Hey, man, hey, man. Somebody got to do it, man. I can't be having somebody else do it. I got to do that shit. I got to make sure he's set up. I make sure he's set up, dog. I mean, it's my job. It's my job. All right. If you guys got kids, daughters, even if you don't got kids, your nieces, nephews, you gotta do what didn't happen for you. Okay. Well, I can't say that. My parents put me through college. I didn't have to work a job at all. Okay. I'm driving a brand new car, man, in the dorms, man, just running shooby doobies in and out all day. Okay. Didn't have to work at all. All right. But hey, my son's gonna do better than that. Okay. We're gonna make sure. I mean, if I was at school doing nothing but going to class and knocking them down and trying to figure out what burger place I was going to after, he definitely gonna get hooked up. All right. All right, man. Justice Sauce at AOC has 3 picks in preseason. That's exactly what he does in the regular season. And you know what, man? I got love for AOC. AOC's a real Raider, bro. But like I said before, when I hear all these people trying to talk shit about Derek Carr, I'm like, man, Derek Carr would never have done this. Derek Carr might not have won the way you wanted him to, but Derek Carr would never play as bad as what you've seen, bro. I mean, I don't know where you guys are getting this shit from. I don't know. But like I said before, hey, man, he's been gone 3 years and you haven't done shit since him. So that's what it is. Okay. All right. You said the job that you had was a piece of shit, but you're over there, man. You pouring out the grease at the end of the night at Kentucky Fried Chicken. You're the grease pourer, bro. Okay, come on, dog. Okay, it's you, bro. No, it wasn't the job. It's you. Okay, let's just understand that. All right, and I'm here to tell you. All right, straight up. JT the Brick was getting on Aidan for his bad interceptions. Well, like I said before, man, there's certain people who aren't gonna play these games. Okay, Brick is not playing these games. Okay, he's not. Brick is not playing games. Like I said before, man, I got to hang out with Brick one time, man. Because back in the Bay, I was a club promoter. I had my own club, and Brick came through. Okay, Brick came through because he was friends with my DJ, and Brick came to the club, bro. Brick was in there having drinks with me and all that shit. Brick is a real one, dog. Brick is not gonna get over here, man, and appease Raider Nation. Brick's gonna say the real shit. Okay, salute the Brick. Brick telling what it is, not what it ain't. Okay, all right. So if Brick is saying it's facts, but Shaq says the same shit. Okay. Like I said, Shaq says the same shit Brick says. All right. Salute to Brick, man. I mean, Brick, we had a real good time at the club, bro. Brick was chilling. Brick did not have to pay for a drink. Brick didn't pay for shit. He was comped all night. I was like, him, whatever you want, bro, all night. I don't give a damn. All right. Took care of Brick, man. Salute to Brick. All right. Winter Thompson, quite sure Pete saw old tapes of AOC and saw the pattern top of his performance in tendencies in training camp and preseason so far. But yeah, man, I mean, weren't you guys telling me, man? Hey, man, Tom Brady's been working on AOC and his footwork and his timing and this, that, and the other. I will say that AOC has acquired other skill sets that he didn't have before. He's not a statue in the pocket anymore. Okay, but he started that a little bit last year. But he can get himself out of trouble if there's an escape route. If there's an escape route for AOC that's very obvious, like it's lateral. If there's a lateral pocket and he can escape, he'll get out. Before it was just like, hey man, there's nothing I can do. But if he has to step up, that's how you know, bro. When your quarterback will step, when the pocket is collapsing, bro, like this, and you got this little crease that's in between these two fingers, 4 fingers right here. You see that space right there? If the quarterback will step up into it and go, that's how you know that they're definitely on point with making sure that they're not taking a sack. AOC never steps up into the pocket and escapes. It always has to be, the pocket has to be a hole in the pocket on the side. It's either on the right or the left. If he has to back up and create space, AOC can't create space. If AOC has to step into the pocket, you know, I'll come by in the pocket collapse, and you see the quarterback do one of these and steps up. That's a quarterback who understands, bro. Like wherever the opening is where I'm going. AOC don't step into anything. He'll just sit there and wait for somebody to come. Okay, it is what it is, bro. All right, man. This is bad for AOC confidence. I don't see any improvements. Hey, man, might not have to wait long. Said Pete was very blunt about Aidan, and you can tell he doesn't like Aidan as the backup. Well, I think let's not act like Pete is a tyrant. Let's not act like Aidan O'Connell hasn't had every opportunity, bro. He's had every opportunity to do what he needs to do, man. Pete has given him so much latitude. Can't say Pete is hating on Aidan O'Connell. I've heard that. Oh, man, Pete's hating on Aidan. No, he's not. No, he's not, bro. If he was gonna hate on him, dog, he would have kept Carter Bradley on the roster. He gave him an opportunity. He gave him an opportunity. When you don't succeed, that's what it is, man. You're on 90-day probation, bro, and you didn't make probation, dog. Okay? It's day 89, and you get called in the office with Chloe, and Chloe's like, sorry, it's not working out. Not working out. Here's your last check. Good luck to you. You didn't make probation, homie. Simple as that. You had 90 days to make probation to become an official employee of the company, and day 89, you got let go. What did you do in day 60? What did you do in day 40? What did you do in day 80? What did you do in 822? You didn't do shit. Okay? That's why you don't have the job anymore. You can't say the job ain't shit. You had 90 days to do what you needed to do, and now you're back on the block again. Okay? It is what it is. South Central, what's going on, man? What's happening? All right, man. Yeah, man. That's what it is, bro. You already know what it is. Okay? I see the 2 C's, and I don't see no K's, South Central. I see it. I see how you rolling. Okay? All right, man. All right, man. Justice Saad said, got to print it out. Hey, man, I'm never going to be in here, man. If I paraphrase, I say paraphrase. But I'm going to pretty much do it word for word, because at that point, you don't get to say anything to me about what's being said. Cam is definitely still third. Yeah, he has to be. Okay? Now, if Cam Miller was a second-year player under Pete Carroll's system, AOC would be demoted to the third string. Okay? Understand, Aidan O'Connell at the beginning of training camp was the starter of the Las Vegas Raiders. He got beat by Geno, on the second string, and now he's looking like he's not even that. All right, man. That's what it is. All right, Mr. G's. We can move Miller to second and move out AOC, then find a way to go get Shedeur. I mean, that's a lot of things to do. I mean, don't you guys know preseason? We're 17 days away from the regular season. Don't you think we should have made these moves already, bro? Like, now we're gonna try to get Shedeur. Now we're gonna get rid of AOC. Now, come on, bro. No, we're not. You can't keep bailing AOC by telling him he can go, bro. AOC got to deliver, dog. He's got to do what he needs to do. All right. AP Armando Peplis, what's going on? Said, I'm tired. I'm bummed about AOC. Can't get past the next level. I really like him, but he's playing with the second string O-line, and they suck. Nah, that ain't it. That ain't it, dog. That ain't it. I saw him, Armando Peplis. I saw him in training camp and preseason with the second string cooking the starters, bro. But the thing was that the second string was losing. It's in his head, bro. When he just gets out there and he just plays football, he can play. But when he's thinking, I don't want to make a mistake, 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 I don't want to make a mistake. Look at how tired are you guys from me saying that 4 times. Me saying I don't want to make a mistake 4 times, acting like AOC, you already was tired of hearing it. You didn't want to hear it two or three more times, bro. But just imagine every time you're out there and you have a lead or you're tied, I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to make a mistake. Ooh, mistake. Oh, man, damn. I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to make a mistake. Damn, made a mistake. Damn. Now we're losing. Well, shit, we're losing. I'm just going to throw the football. Damn. What a pass by AOC. See, man, AOC could do it. Nah, circumstantial. Okay? Smith improved. Still has to unthaw a little bit. Yeah, well, we're going to see. All right, man, Justice Saw. I know it's all been Geno gets injured will be another dumpster fire. I don't trust Aidan O'Connell saying that we don't trust Aidan either on Aidan Nation Radio. I mean, why does it take all of that, bro? I mean, you got eyes. You got eyes, man. You've been a Raider fan his entire career. All of you guys on here have been Raider fans his entire career. Everyone on here who's a Raider fan has been a fan longer than at least 3 years. At least 3. He's been on the team. This is his 3rd season. So you've seen him do everything you need to see. Tell me what he's done outside of being a little bit more mobile. What has he done? He hasn't improved. Okay. All right, man. Got to keep that deep ball down, man. That boy can throw though. All right, Bill Holloway, Cam Miller needs to sit a year possible. He's playing a very, very vanilla offense. And Bill, you know that, bro. You know Cam Miller is playing with a very limited playbook. Very limited. He doesn't have every audible play at his disposal. One thing that I'll say about Chip Kelly, and you guys know that I absolutely, in the past, I loathed Chip Kelly, bro, for a whole bunch of reasons. Okay, especially what he was doing with the Eagles with all those brothers. I don't forget nothing, but I will say this about Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly is very protective of his offense. He is an absolute. He's just asinine when it comes to it. Pause. All right, very much so. He cares about his offense probably more than anything. All right, and there's a reason why Cam Miller doesn't have the whole playbook, because I guarantee you, unless AOC gets hurt, he's not going to waste his time giving a rookie quarterback the entire playbook to learn, because if that's the case, you got to do timing. That means snaps in practice. That means there's only a certain amount of snaps in practice. Okay? You got a 2-hour practice, a 2.5-hour practice. There's only a certain amount of snaps. Everything is scripted. Everything is already out. No, it's not, oh, let's just get out here and run some plays. No, everything has a time limit. From 10 o'clock to 10:20 is this. From 10:20 to 10:40 is this. So Geno's got to get his snaps in. Then after that, bro, AOC, the second string quarterback, gets the remainder of those snaps. Okay? The only time a third string quarterback gets snaps is when they're playing against the scout team. When they're out there to play the scout team, when they're playing the backups. He's not getting a full playbook because Chip Kelly's not wasting his time. All right? He's not going to waste his time giving that guy the full playbook, bro, when he has other things he's trying to do. Cam has to have a clipboard time. TB12 did it. Facts. Mahomes did it. AOC's confidence is shot because he never got a chance. He ruined the young man. Yeah, man, look at the quarterback room. Okay? Okay? Let's just go through just to show you guys my prowess when it comes to Raiders, bro. I'm a real Oakland Raider, bro. Okay. Let me tell you what Aidan O'Connell's quarterback room has been since he's been on the team. Here's his quarterback room. These are his mentors that have been in the quarterback room with him. Okay? Number 1, Derek Carr. Number 2, Jarrett Stidham. Number 3, Desmond Ridder. Number 4, Jimmy Garoppolo. Number 5, Gardner Minshew. Okay? Come on, bro. That's been who you've had. That's who he's been. Number 6, Geno Smith. Number 7, Carter Bradley. Okay? Number 8, what was the other quarterback that we got from the Bill? Who's the other quarterback we got from the Patriots under Josh McDaniels? The other quarterback that we had that was behind Jared Stidham, who also was a third string quarterback. What was that cat's name? He's had 7 or 8 quarterbacks in the quarterback room. Who's there to teach him something? Number 1, Geno's not there to teach him shit. Number 2, Cam Miller's not there to teach him anything. Number 3, Gardner Shitshow couldn't teach him anything. Number 4, Jared Stidham couldn't teach him anything. All right. Number 5, Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't there to teach him anything. And DC was too busy trying to avoid his coach from straight sabotaging him to even be concerned about trying to help him. He ain't got no help from nobody. He has to help himself. And he didn't. Okay? And AOC, I love AOC, man, because he's a real Raider, man. But at the end of the day, sometimes, man, you gotta tell family members they effing up, bro. Sometimes you gotta say the truth. All right, man. It is what it is. Okay, can't keep blaying. Okay, all right. Can't keep doing it. All right, man. Miss Patrice, what's going on, Patrice? What's happening? Say, okay. All right, man. Say second string sucks. O-line sucks. They can't block at all. That's why they're second string, bro. That's why they're second string, dog. They're second string because they can't block. They're there just to be there, you know, as depth. They're just there to make sure if somebody gets hurt, they can bring somebody in. They're there to spell somebody. If they were great, they wouldn't be second string. All right. When Tom said Pete knows it, he knows AOC has talent, but his confidence is permanently compromised. His lack of urgency and leadership impacts the rest of the offense. Now, I would go as far to say that AOC's perpetually, compromised. I think that a change of scenery might do him well. If he goes to a team where they'll just let him get out there and let him do what he does, I think he'd be far more successful. But he's not with nobody else right now. He's with us. He's with us right now. All right. Okay, straight up, man. AOC stays getting sacked. You know what it is, Mon Pepper. I guess they're not hurry up offense with AOC. I mean, hey, man, Pete Carroll just told you himself, bro. I saw the actual soundbite of him, dog. It was in an interview or something. Okay, says right here. I thought Aidan O'Connell continued to he said a kindle to a little bit, meaning that he just did a little bit of shit. We're not quite as fast when he's playing. That's an indictment, bro. Why is the tempo running at this tempo and you're running at your tempo, bro? Okay? We don't play as quick from the huddle to the snap. That has nothing to do with the actual play. That has to do with sense of urgency, bro. From the time you break the huddle until you snap the ball, he's slow. He's slow, bro. And then it says we're still trying to work that out. Really? And he made a poor choice on the throw for the pick, unfortunately. It was a crucial time. What's that mean? Situational football, situational awareness, clock awareness. He's always 2-3 seconds on the clock. I mean, why is it taking you so long to go through the snaps or go through the play call? Okay? You're not getting a whole lot of audibles, bro. You're not being told to audibilize. You're just taking your sweet ass time. Okay? I don't know if he's just back there trying to get his stocks together. I don't know what's going on. All right? But what I do know is Pete says it's hella slow. All right. Then it says the guy was covered. So you break the huddle, you slow as shit, the clock is running, you're down to the last couple of seconds, you snap the ball, you're back to pass, or you're in the pistol formation, and now it's time for you to do what? It's time for you to assess. It's time for you to read the defense. It's time for you to go through your reads, bro. You have a play, you have the first primary receiver, secondary receiver, then you have your check down. Okay? First receiver, you have to read. Dude, first receiver's not open. Second receiver's not open. Check down's not open. You don't throw it to somebody who ain't open. You have to do what? The last thing. If he had to throw it away or just take off, we would have preferred to have that. I mean, come on, bro. How many bad decisions can you make every down? Every down, he's making 3 or 4 mistakes before he makes the critical one. Let's count them again. Number 1, we're not quite as fast when we're playing. We don't play as quick from the huddle to the snap. That's mistake 1. Okay? Mistake 2. Okay? You make a poor choice. Decision making isn't solid. All right? Number 3, your clock awareness is not critical time. It's not the time, dog, for this. Okay? Clock is down. You're under duress. You're putting yourself unnecessary stress on yourself because you're not comfortable. You need to be already ready to snap the ball with 6 to 7 seconds, bro. Unless we're trying to run the clock down, you don't need to be letting the clock run all the way down to 2 or 3 seconds before the ball snaps. All right? And last, the guy's covered. You throw the ball anyway. You should have threw it out of bounds. You should have threw it into the ground. You should have took off. We would prefer for you to do that. You're not even doing that right. Come on, dog. Okay? Said he's lackluster. Hey, man, I don't know what to call it. I call it His days are numbered. All right, man. Miss Patrice said, hanging with moms. Tell moms what's popping. We love moms. Let's get these likes up, man. Yeah, man, likes aren't where they need to be. All right, man. All the Aidan picks are terrible, similar to Gardner's shit show. Well, Gardner's shit show, man, had a carte blanche to do whatever he wanted to do. Didn't matter how bad he played because your GM said he's the starter, and that's it. So it didn't matter. I mean, he didn't have to improve. Okay? I was complaining about him last year. Remember, man, when we would have a change of possession? Who was the last person coming out to the huddle every time, bro? Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew's walking out. You never seen Derek Carr do. Derek Carr's always running out. This dude, they're already in the huddle. He's walking. When the referee places the ball at the line of game, which you would call the line of scrimmage, when the ball gets placed, the clock starts running. Why is he walking? Call in the headset. Hey, man, whatever you do, it's not going to work. Okay, all right. That's the play call. All right, y'all. The play, hey, man, whatever I do is not going to work. On two. Blue, come on, bro. That's somebody who didn't give a shit. And like I said, you guys did not give him not even a little bit of grief than you gave Derek Carr, bro. That's how I know a lot of you guys is fugazi, bro. That's how I know. Okay? All right, man. Yeah, straight up. Big B. Being a quarterback is not easy, and it's not for everyone. That's with anything. It's not with any. That's with everything, bro. Okay? That's what she said. Okay? Being her man ain't easy, and it ain't for everyone. Why are you trying to be it? All right? Just be happy you're clapping on Tuesdays. All right, man. He's aggressive. But we did it to him. Yeah, we did it to him, man, but still. There comes a time, dog, where that's not Pete's problem. When Pete Carroll became the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, AOC was already compromised already. That came from the previous two regimes that were there. Still had a chance to redeem himself, dog. Okay? AOC might want to leave. He might. I'd take that check if I was him. Okay? I said Q and the Brick are saying Aidan O'Connell will not be here after this season and a lot sooner. Just like I said, Shaq, I think he's going to be gone mid-season. I mean, it's possible, but what if he's not? I mean, it's a flip of the coin, bro. What if he's not? What if he's still here mid-season? I'm going to bring it up. If AOC is still here, you don't get to act like you weren't wrong. See, that goes for everybody. Like I said, there's respect and there's being right. Just because you weren't right don't mean I don't respect you, but I got to say you didn't get it right. I mean, it is what it is. Okay? We don't play that game over here. We don't play the respecters of person. Just because it's this person said it, it's wrong. I say it's a coin flip. I'm going to say it's not even a coin flip. I'm going to say it's more, I'm going to say it's probably 60-40 to 70-30 that he's going to be a Raider till the end of the year. I'm willing to believe that he won't get it. I'm willing to believe that. More than I'm willing to believe he's not, but it all depends on how bad he's playing. And it all depends. If we see, here's how I'll be more inclined to go with what you guys' scenario. When I see Pete Carroll pick up another quarterback. When I see Pete Carroll go to the practice squads and he picks up another guy. When that happens, I'll be willing to say, hey, man, AOC is about to be out of here. But he hasn't done it yet, has he? You haven't heard no quarterbacks coming in to try out at all. So what are we going to do? Run with two quarterbacks? We're not running with two quarterbacks. Now, as far as getting an extension, I don't think that's happening. All right, man. Okay, facts. You already know what it is. Okay, and then the kid that intercepted the ball laughed and clowned AOC. I'd laugh too. I'd laugh too, bro. You know, Patrice, I mean, you're in the National Football League and you're trying to make a team. You're just like, man, this fool just secured my position. I mean, he's like, damn, you threw that, bro? You really thought that I wasn't here? I'd laugh too. Okay. I don't know if he can play well anymore. I don't know. Okay. I don't see him improving. He has no situational awareness. He's not in time with the game. His football IQ seems lower than we thought. Reading defense is not that good. Instincts low. Yeah, Whittington Thomas, you saw it. Said, I'm fine with Geno. I just hope he can stay healthy. This may mean next season we'll draft a franchise quarterback. Well, we'll see. I was pleasantly surprised that we did draft a quarterback. I mean, over the last couple of years, we did something we didn't do, which is draft a quarterback. Okay, we didn't draft one last year. Did we draft a quarterback last year, Justin Saw? Did Ask Tom Telesco draft a quarterback last year? Didn't draft one. Drafted one this year, though. And like I always say, man, if I was the general manager of the Raiders, or if I was in charge, a lot of you guys would be mad at me, bro. Because I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I'm going to do what's best for the team. I'm going to do what's best for the team. And if it was me, I'd draft a quarterback every year. I may not draft him first or second or third, but every year I'm drafting a quarterback, bro. Every year, dog. Okay? I'm going to do exactly what the Niners did. Okay? When the Niners had Jimmy G, who was their starter, who was one pass away, according to Niner Empire, a wide open Emmanuel Sanders, and he missed them against Kansas City. What did they do the next year? They drafted Trey Lance. Trey Lance went out there, took the starting job, got hurt. What did they do the next year? They drafted Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. For 2 consecutive years, they drafted quarterbacks until they got the one that now they can hang their hat on. I would do the same shit. I wouldn't care about nothing you're talking about. There's no way that I would have let Shedeur Sanders pass upon Shedeur Sanders 7 times. I wouldn't have did that shit. I would have drafted him at least 6. I would have drafted his ass. I definitely would have drafted Shedeur Sanders. We're getting in the later rounds. I would have picked him. I would have did it. I wouldn't care what. I don't want him to be on my team. He's a clown. I'm like, you guys are more concerned about the what's the word I'm looking for? You're more concerned about somebody's behavior than you are about them playing football. I don't care what somebody does. I come from the 70 Raiders. Bill Holloway comes from the 70 Raiders. Whittington Thomas comes from the 70 Raiders, where we had a bunch of misfits, guys that were hanging out with the Hells Angels, smoking cigarettes on the sidelines, running shooby-doobies in and out, coming to how many times Ken Stabler played drunk and all that, with a hangover and all of that shit, bro. I come from that. Somebody who, what they do off the field didn't have nothing to do with what they did on the field, bro. Okay? All right? Okay? I'm just telling you. Okay? All right? John Madden really only had 2 rules, bro. 2 or 3 rules. Okay? Be on time and play like hell when I tell you to. He didn't say nothing about, hey, man, don't run no hoes. He didn't say none of that. Okay? I know what they were doing. I told you that story, bro. I told you that story about the flanker, bro. The club that they owned, that Fred Biletnikoff and not Pete Banaszak. Damn, man, what was it? Come on, Bill. What's his name, man? But John Matuzak. Okay. Salute the twos. There is a bar and grill inside of the Mandalay Bay that's called the Flanker. Okay, I'm just trying to let you guys know, man, how far I go with this. There is a bar and grill inside of a Raider bar in there called the Flanker. That's inside the Mandalay Bay Hotel. The reason why it's called the Flanker is because when I was a kid in the 70s, off of Hagenberger Road, it was Fred Biletnikoff, Pete Banaszak, and John Matuzak had a little bar called the Flanker. Okay, that they owned it. It was literally like 2 miles away from the stadium. My father worked on Hagenberger Road going towards the Oakland Airport. His office was maybe like a block or 2 away from there. So when I was a kid, because my father every weekend, my brother and myself were in Oakland every weekend. I was in Oakland every weekend at the Eastmont Mall. I was in Oakland every weekend. Okay, father worked weekends. All right. Every time we drove past there, I asked my dad, the flanker, what is that? Oh, that's a Raider bar. Can we go in there? Nah, you can't go in there. Okay? Until one day my father pulled in there. I asked him every weekend, I would ask him, can I go in there? 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 He said, you're a kid. You can't go in there. Okay? He knew what was going on till he took me in there because one of his co-workers was friends with Freddie B. And my father told him the story about his 7-year-old son, me, always wanting to go in there. And they said, bring him by. So my father took me in there one time, once. My dad pulled in there. My eyes got all big. He said, come on. We went inside. All them Raiders were in there, bro. They were in there. And if you think they were in there by themselves, they weren't. They weren't, bro. I got in there. They sat me down at the damn bar. They asked me, hey, man, do you want a burger? I said, yeah. They made me a burger. They made me fries. They gave me a Coke. And I saw everybody in there, bro. I saw everybody. Snake. I saw Mark Van Egan. All of them were in there. That was their hangout. But guess who else was in there? The Hells Angels were in there. Guess who else was in there? A bunch of shooby-doobies, bro. Smoking hella cigarettes and shit. Playing pool. Had the damn jukebox playing some crazy ass Leonard Skinner and shit. And I was in there eating my greasy ass burger, sitting in there, dog. And my father would just sit there watching me. And I was in there, and all them kids guys rubbing my head and shit, autographing, I got all of that shit, bro. And then my dad was like, okay, it's time to go. I was like, why? He's like, time to go. Because there was stuff in there that was happening. He's like, all right, gotta go. So I know that. I was there when I wasn't supposed to be. All right? They said, I'll bring them by anytime. I was like, Dad, could we go back? He's like, nah. Your mama don't want you in here already. That was good. All right? So what am I telling you? I'm telling you, man, right now. These people, when you're talking about somebody's, he's a jerk, he's a clown, he's a this, he's a that, I don't want him on my team. You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay? Because that has nothing to do with playing football. All right? What you do off the field and what you do on the field are two separate things, bro. All right? And even though you might say you don't like Shador, he's brash, he's arrogant, he does this, whatever it is, some of y'all just racist too. Some of y'all racist as shit. I saw Shador Sanders play better than AOC in the game he played. The game that he went in there and he played, and he threw those 2 touchdowns, and he was out there spinning it around as a rookie, played better than AOC has played in multiple games. So would you be better off with a guy who you just doesn't want on your team because you're a racist or you're a piece of shit or you're concerned about somebody's demeanor? Or would you rather have somebody out there who could throw the fucking football? It all depends. But for me, I don't care about what you do. I care about what you did. I don't care about what you do. All right? You do whatever you want to do. I don't care who you sleeping with. I don't care who you laying up with. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is when you're on the field and the clock is running and the ball is snapped, you're throwing the ball where it needs to go. That's it. You guys are caught up in all this other shit. That's why you don't have any rings. That's why you don't have any hardware. Okay? Once you start being like me, when you really don't care who's the quarterback, I never cared that Derek Carr was the quarterback. I just cared about what he did. I never cared who was doing anything. I never cared who was the coach, as long as they were doing what they're supposed to do. When you heard me bitch, I was bitching because they weren't doing their job. I never cared about what you cared about. You wanted to win the way you wanted to win. Oh, you want to win, but you want to win this way. Oh, you want to win, but you don't want DC to be the quarterback. Oh, you want to win, but you don't want AP to be the coach. Oh, you want to win your way. That's why you don't win. Okay? Al Davis said, just win, baby, meaning doesn't matter how you do it. Doesn't matter who you did it with. Doesn't matter if they were a practice squad player. Doesn't matter if we traded for them. Doesn't matter if we got them off of waivers. Doesn't matter whether or not they were doing whatever they were doing, bro. They get on that field and they get shit done. That's the only thing that matters is winning. Y'all don't understand that. You'll want to win your way. Yeah, I want to win, but as long as he's a quarterback, I hope we lose them all. You know how many people told me that? As long as Derek Carr, I hope we lose every game. I said, me and you aren't the same, bro. I never want to lose every game. Oh, man, take for Shador, man. AP, man, we should just lose these last 3-4 games. Team Tank. Team Tank would have never existed in the 70s, bro. You guys would have got your ass whooped. It would have never happened in the 80s. It never would have happened in the 90s up to 95. You guys would have got your ass whooped saying some shit like that. Okay? You don't lose because you don't want to win the way they were going to win. But like I said, that's why you guys ain't got no hardware. As soon as you get to the point where you're like me and this fan base gets to the point where it's like, I don't care who's there. I really don't care, bro. All right? I want to win. That's it. Don't matter who I win with. Just win, baby. As soon as you get like that, bro, you'll probably get a ring. But I don't have to worry about it. I got 3 of them. And I'm going to keep saying that. All right? Trying to teach you guys something. All right? Might as well throw them in there. Okay? All right, man. Mr. G, Chip Kelly's offense is not made for a quarterback like AOC. He's not. But where are you going to get a quarterback at this time? Who do you got? What free agents are floating around? Quarterback that's got a better skill set than AOC. Name them. What quarterbacks are running around right now? There is none. Everybody that can play football is on a team. All right? I mean, who are you going to get? You can't get nobody. There's nobody available. Okay? All right, man, straight up. Okay? Aidan's good. He just got the matador old line. I mean, I'm not here to convince you guys of anything. I'm just here to read what your comments are. All right, man. Some of us are not gonna. Some of us are riding the short bus to school. Okay, just gotta let y'all ride it. Just Dante be able to draft a Brady like Bill did. I mean, well, whereas he's back to being an offensive coordinator where he's supposed to be. He's back on fries. All right, man. All right, Jason Marshall, Cam Miller looked like a professional Johnny Manziel. Hey, man, we all saw what Johnny Manziel did. Johnny Manziel, man, he played good in college and came to the pros, man, and didn't play good at all. I think as of right now, Cam Miller's playing better than Johnny Manziel did. All right, man. Raiders should make a trade offer for get Hendrickson and AOC in there with the trade. I mean, you really think they want him? I mean, come on, dog. You got a broken down, rusted jalopy in the front, and you think you're going to trade that and get a Benz for it. Hey, man, I'm going to bring this in here, too. All right, man, you know, I'm going to put $500 down, and then I'm going to bring this rusty-ass Karma Gia and trade for that, too. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, you guys really think this is Madden, bro. Like, you guys think you're in franchise mode. Oh, we're in franchise mode on Madden. We can just make stupid-ass trades. I wouldn't trade for AOC for nothing. I could probably get him for nothing. Maybe by mid-season he'll be available. I just pick him up for free. Why would I trade the guy that led the NFL in sacks last year? Why would I do that? But you guys got it. Like I said before, man, I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to read what your comments are. All right, man. Justin Saw talking about DC. All right, man. Okay. Derek Carr was great to watch. Beating Schaub was a layup. Whose fault is that? See how you guys come up with all these damn excuses, bro? You're trying to tell me Matt Schaub, when he came to the Raiders, bro, he was a starter with the Atlanta Falcons. And a rookie from a second-round draft pick rookie from Fresno State comes in and takes his job in training camp and holds that position for 9 years, but you're going to say it's a layup. Like I said, man, I mean, some of you guys, man, we're not here to help you. Okay, we're just here to read what your comments are. All right, man, Paul Olsen. To me, I'm not impressed. He's flustered. Maybe he's thinking too much because of last year. I don't know if he ever recovered unless he's traded or Brady turns into a quarterback developer. That's not Brady's job. I don't know why y'all keep thinking Brady's supposed to be out there training this guy. Brady is right now getting prepared for the season with Fox right now, bro. Brady doesn't have time to be trying to be this guy's mentor, bro. He helped him as best as he could. Bro. Okay? I mean, come on. All right, man. Roger Rader said another great stream. That's all we do over here. That's all we do, man. Put out great content. All right, man. Sub the channel, man. Share the videos. Man. We need more people over here, dog. We need more people. We're creeping on that 14K. All right, man. Patrice, Mark Davis should have gorilla pimped the situation and get me Sanders, period. He definitely not his old man. Well, man, you got to understand there's a couple of things that a lot of people in Raider Nation wouldn't have liked. Okay? The old man, the Maverick, Al Davis, there's a bunch of things if Al Davis was still in charge that you wouldn't have. I mean, you got to understand, man, you're supposed to know your granddad. Al Davis is my white grandfather, bro. Okay? All right? He is a little bit younger than my grandmother. Okay? Rest in peace to both of them. All right? Uh, you got to know your grandparents, bruh. You got to know what they gonna do. Okay? You supposed to know what your mama gonna do. When you do this, you supposed to know what your mama gonna do. You supposed to know what your daddy gonna say when you do that. You supposed to know what your family gonna do. All right? And one thing that I do know about Al Davis is I know what he was gonna do. That was the beautiful thing about him. I didn't always like what he was gonna do, but I always knew what he was gonna do. Because he's gonna do what he does. That's what old school people do. Old school people do what they do. And they don't change, bro. Okay? You know damn well on Saturday, on Sunday, Patrice, y'all going to church, and when you get home for church, she's gonna throw on that Motown's Greatest Hits album, and she's gonna clean the house, and all y'all gonna be cleaning the house. That's what you guys do every week. So what would happen if Al Davis was still the owner of the Raiders? I'm gonna tell you right now what would be. A couple of things. Number one, you still be in Oakland. You wouldn't be in Vegas. That's number one. Number two, you'd still be playing in that same stadium. You can call it O.co. You can call it, what they call it, Network Associates. Or you can call it the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, like myself and Bill Holloway called it growing up. You wouldn't be in Vegas. And you wouldn't be in the Death Star. You wouldn't have that stadium. That's number one. Because I wasn't playing ball with nobody. Okay? I wasn't playing ball with nobody to get no stadium. That's number one. Okay? Number two, Colin Kaepernick would have been a Raider. Did I hear you guys throw up in your own mouth? Al Davis would have grabbed Colin Kaepernick just to piss the league off. Colin Kaepernick would have been a Raider 7 years ago. What you talking about? Oh yeah. All you MAGA Raider fans, Al Davis would have grabbed Colin Kaepernick just to piss off everybody. Hell you talking about? That's the Maverick. That's the dude that sued the league and won. That's the dude that hates the league. That's the dude that never wanted to get along. Colin Kaepernick would have been a Raider years ago. That's exactly what would have happened. You think Cap would have been out of the league? Man, as soon as they would have did, they would have got with him. Hey, Al, what are you doing? Man, shut your ass up. I'm bringing Colin Kaepernick in this bitch. That's exactly what he would do. Because Al did everything the league didn't want him to do. Al always did what the league didn't want. Even when he was with the AFL, he did that shit. Go watch Al Davis versus the NFL, bro. Y'all don't even know your history. You don't even know who you're talking about. Al Davis would have definitely brought him in, bro. Because Al Davis did everything nobody wanted him to do. Who was the first Hispanic quarterback in the history of the National Football League as a starter? Tom Flores. Who was the first team to ever draft a black quarterback in the first round? Eldridge Dickey, 1968. Al Davis. Al Davis was the first person to draft a black quarterback in the first round. Who was the first person to ever have a black head coach in the modern era? Al Davis. Who was the first person to ever have a woman be the president of operations for a professional team sport? Amy Trask. Al Davis. Who was the first person to ever have a Hispanic head coach? Al Davis. Okay? Tom Flores. Who was the first person to ever have a Hispanic quarterback win a Super Bowl? Al Davis. Jim Plunkett. Who was the first person to ever have a Hispanic coach win a Super Bowl? Tom Flores. Al Davis. Who was the first person to ever sue the National Football League to move his team out of that market that he wanted to move to and won a Super Bowl that same year? Al Davis. So you're trying to tell me he wouldn't have brought Colin Kaepernick? That's a layup. That's a free throw from underneath the basket. That's Steph Curry shooting 5 feet away. And I wish that would have happened to see you MAGA cats out there swearing on your life wouldn't have happened. But you damn sure wouldn't have been in Vegas. You damn sure wouldn't have that stadium. And you damn sure wouldn't be in this position. And if you think that Tom Brady would have had any ownership, if you think a Patriot, because if you remember, dog, the Tuck rule, who was the owner of the Raiders during the Tuck rule? Don't stutter now. In 2001, when Charles Woodson sacked the shit out of Tom Brady and they fumbled and they said that he was a Tuck rule, who was the owner? Yeah, same dude. Tom Brady wouldn't be owning shit if it was out. Okay? So let's just keep it a buck. There is some things that I'm glad Al isn't the owner. Because I've been in raggedy stadiums my entire life until that stadium in Vegas, bro. I mean, you don't not even understand. Bill knows. I know. Whittington Thomas knows. Sitting on them hard-ass bleacher seats, man, in that stadium, dog. Whether I was watching the A's, whether I was watching the Raiders, no shade, the sun just bearing down on you the whole time, bro. Half football, half baseball field, we would have still been there. Smelling like sewer everywhere you go. We would have been there. Okay? No Death Star, no Vegas, none of that. Okay? Would have been right there playing in that old ass raggedy stadium, and Colin Kaepernick would have definitely been throwing the football, without question. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. I would have loved the Death Star to be in Oakland. But I'm glad it is not, because Oakland didn't want to keep nobody. Warriors left, Raiders left, A's left. It's just an empty facility. So that's what it is, bruh. That's what it is. So Mark Davis does have his good points. He played along with the league. Okay? He gave up home games for years. Okay? Plenty of seasons. I think we did that for like 3 seasons in a row where we only had 6 home games in Oakland, because one game was in London that I went to 2 of them, and then they played in Mexico City that same season. We were doing all of that shit to get in the good graces of the league. So when it came time for us to get the money, the league gave us $550 million, bro. They gave us, because it cost $1 billion to move from Oakland to Vegas, and Mark didn't have it. Mark didn't have $1 billion liquid. So the league gave him $550 million free and clear. Don't worry about paying us back, Mark. But you got to get the other $450 million. What did he do? He had to come to Vegas and get Steve Wynn and all these other dudes to co-sign for a $450 million loan from Bank of America, the mortgage. And that got the other money so we can move. While the state of Las Vegas built the stadium. That's how that happened. Al Davis was like, we ain't doing none of that. Just trying to help you guys out. Huh? You're talking to somebody who knows everything that I need to know. Why? Because the Raiders is my family, bro. I'm supposed to know my family. All right? Okay? Mike Hurd in the building. Hey, Mike Hurd, y'all ready to give us Trey Hendrickson? Okay? Why don't we, you know what? I'll give him some of these cigar butts I got over here, bro. And some of this ice water, man. You can just give it to us. Because, I mean, he doesn't look like he's going to be there. All right, man. All right, man. So how many games do you think we will need to back up to start this year? Hopefully 0. I hope Geno's healthy as shit. I don't want to see AOC. I don't want to see AOC out there, and I don't want to see Cam out there. I want to see Geno spinning the ball. Garendo said, I like Shedeur Sanders, the ability to avoid a pass rush. That dude was out there, man, straight scrambling. I hadn't seen nobody run and scramble like that since Fran Tarkenton, bro, from back when I was a kid. Fran Tarkenton, they used to call him the scrambler, man. Shedeur was like, he was just doing this. Then ran for 8 yards. I'm like, man, you can't teach that. But like I said, you guys are so busy worried about who you like. We don't give a shit who you like. Who you like doesn't help us win any games. You guys always like the person who ain't winning nothing. Hey, Shaq. Hey, man, Gardner Minshew was the last person to beat us when we were in Oakland. I mean, you know how many times I heard that stupid shit? I said, what does that got to do with playing for the Raiders, bro? When you put the Raiders shit on, it's different, bro. That's a whole different thing. The silver and black, man, and that damn shield and those colors are like putting on, that's like Superman putting on a kryptonite suit. Kryptonite only affects people from Krypton. You're a superhero till you get next to that damn kryptonite, then your ass ain't shit. Straight up. Secondary sucks. That's true. Number 4 is a baller, man. Salute to Derek Carr. Said, Lewis, man, you're right about everything else. The secondary is weak as hell. Unfortunately, Pete has to build something that your former general manager. I mean, do I need to keep bringing it up? Ask Tom Telesco. Like I said before, man, I judge every Raider. Salute to every Raider fan in the fan base, because you know we all love differently, and we all love the Raiders our way. But the problem is when you come over here and you try to talk to me. Once you start talking to me and you start trying to put your opinion in front of me, I'm going to carve your shit up like a Christmas turkey, man, or a Thanksgiving turkey. That's even better. I'm going to carve your shit up, bro. My knives are very sharp over here, bro. Like, I judge you guys from the shit you say. The stuff that you say to me, I mean, you can say what you want to with everybody else, but when a lot of you come over here, they did. They try to come over here and try to, stretch out. Don't come over here trying to stretch. Okay? All right, man. Have you ever seen a cheetah stretch? Cheetah just run. When it comes to this shit over here, that's what I do, dog. I don't have to stretch. I just get out there and run. Okay? So, the shit that you guys come over here and spew over here, and I dissect it, and you guys try to act like I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's happened so many times. Only for you guys to absolutely get slapped in the mouth when I was right. From the beginning all the way up. I judge y'all by that. I judge people by that. The tank for Shador shit, that was ridiculous. Okay? The AP doesn't even know how to lose right. I was looking at these dudes like, oh my God, bro, who raised you guys? Obviously, you guys were raised by wolves or some shit. You weren't raised by no real people, bro. I mean, the shit that you guys were saying is ridiculous. The reason why you have Ashton Genty is because AP won those last 2 games, bro. To put you at 6. Because if you were closer, you would have drafted Shador Sanders, or you would have drafted somebody else. You wouldn't have what you have. You were in the 6th position because of what AP did. That's why AP's been absolutely exonerated over here months ago. He knew what he was doing. He left the team better than he got it. You're better off now with him doing what he did than when he got the team. He got the team in fucked up circumstances. He got the team in the middle of the year in week 9 when Josh McNutsack and Dave Ziegler got fired on Halloween. He got left with a whole mess. Clean up on every aisle at the grocery store. Clean up on aisle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 12, 21, 13, 14, 18, and the parking lot. That's how he was given the team. But when he left, a lot of that aisles was cleaned up, man. Aisle 2 is clean. That's why you drafted number 2, Ashton Genty, because of what AP did. A real Raider. Somebody's like, yeah, I'm getting fucked up over here, but I'm still going to do what's right because I'm a Raider fan at the end of the day. But y'all couldn't appreciate that shit because you just didn't want a black man to run you to be the coach. We get it. But the black man set your raggedy ass up for what you got right now. Okay? Straight up. I don't care who don't like it. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm just here to tell you what it is. If we become friends, so be it. But I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to tell the truth. That's it. I've got damn near 14,000 subscribers telling y'all the truth. But if I would have told you what you wanted to hear, I'd probably have about 44,000. But hey, I ain't not that type of cat. All right. Mm, 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 mm. Justin Saul said 9 years is long enough. What happened after since he was railroaded? Like I said, you tell me. Derek Carr took your team to the playoffs. Have you been to the playoffs since? Name a quarterback that you've had that taken you to the playoffs since him. But it's his fault. Like I said, man, it's you. It's you. Until you change, you ain't gonna have a job. You ain't gonna have a place to live. You're always gonna be counting pennies. You're always gonna be trying to, somebody puts down an aluminum can. You grabbing it, pouring it out, man. You got a whole bag in your car, man, full of aluminum cans when you see one. It's one thing that you create aluminum cans. You buy drinks and then you consume them and then you save it. No, you just walk around just getting up or picking up other people's cans and pouring this shit out and crushing them and putting them in the back of your car. That's y'all. Miss Patrice in the building. Okay. All right, straight up. She said, you want Gino to play all games? I do too. All right, man. AP in the building, Sam Tank. I hope Gino stays healthy. Me too. Okay. All right, man. I see you. 111. Man, all right. When Thompson, we have to play better. Insurance. That's what a backup quarterback is. Things happen to starting players. It's just the wait. So have AOC looking like it doesn't bowl well. As long as you're losing, AOC going ball, bro. But isn't he there to help you win? AOC plays great when we're losing, bro. He doesn't play great when we're winning and we're tied up. See those ones? All right, man. What quarterback are you hoping to become available to back up Geno right now? Slim Pickens. Carson Wentz being the only guy viable one right now. Carson Wentz, bro. Carson Wentz is going to want a lot of money, bro. Like, we're not at that point yet. I think if we continue to have our backups play our backup, who is him, play the way we are, we might have to bite the bullet, man. But at least we'll be paying him on a prorated contract. Right now, we have to pay him his whole salary, bro. Okay? But I do have something to say that's along those lines. Okay, you guys said the notification work? That's good, man. All right. We're going to have to control the clock. Yeah, that's what Genty's for. All right, man. All right, man. Cool kid. Hey, man, salute, man. Guar Webb. Okay, Guar Webb in the building. Trust me, that's all I do is watch quarterback college. Cam Miller will always be a backup. Lead quarterbacks in this league. I mean, best thing you have, bro. Best thing you have. Okay? I attest what you say, Guar Webb, because you always say that. But I always look at the glass half full, not half empty. I mean, we're both right. But I look at a glass half full. Because I'm going to tell you this right now, bro. I don't know a lot of you guys personally. A lot of you, I've never even seen your face. I don't even know what you look like. You know what I look like. You know what I sound like. You know a lot about me. Because I'm the man that's in front of the camera. But I'll tell you this. I'm willing to bet if you come from any decent family, your grandmother can take whatever in the kitchen and whip up some shit that tastes good as hell. She didn't go to the grocery store. She's like, oh, I'm hungry, Grandma. Let me see what I got. And she go right in there. She go right in there in that refrigerator. She go in the freezer or go in the refrigerator, see what she got. She go in the pantry, get them seasonings out. She pulls her favorite pan out. She starts putting this in and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And Grandma, what we making? I'll go there and sit down and watch TV, baby. Don't worry about it. And then when you get to that table, bro, she puts something in front of you. You're like, what's this? And you bite into that shit. It tastes good. Because your grandmother was used to doing what? And your mama's supposed to know how to do that. She's used to taking nothing and making it into something. That's the point. Cam Miller isn't the greatest ingredients. It isn't the top-notch Wagyu beef and all of that shit. He's what's in the kitchen. You're supposed to be able to make that shit work. But you guys want the best of everything when you don't deserve the best of everything. You didn't spend no money to buy no top-notch shit. Okay? You didn't spend no money to do nothing. You didn't spend no draft picks. You didn't draft. You didn't retain. You lost everything that was good. And now you expect an elite quarterback to just show up, bruh. Nah. You've been doing this. That's why. So I hear you when you say elite quarterback. But what elite quarterback wants to come? You got to understand, if I'm elite, All right, let's just keep it a buck. Chloe in HR, man, I always bring up Chloe in HR. Chloe in HR, she's like an 8.5 to 9. You could be the nicest guy in the world, man. She doesn't have to give you no buns because you nice. She has the pick of the litter. So why would an elite quarterback come to the Raiders? Why? There's elite quarterbacks all over the place. Didn't Tom Brady try to do that? Didn't Tom Brady go to the damn Vail up there in Colorado, man, and act like he was skiing and shit to go talk to Matthew Stafford, and Matthew Stafford gave you the whole Heisman? Guarweb? Who wants to come play for you? You keep talking about elite quarterbacks like elite quarterbacks want to come over here. They don't want to come over here. I wouldn't. I got options. So no matter how much you keep talking about us getting an elite quarterback, you've done nothing to make yourself viable for an elite quarterback to come. You don't draft an elite quarterback, and you don't attract one. It's what it is. Tell me what elite quarterback on what season have we ever acquired? The only elite quarterbacks you ever had, you drafted it, or you had the old man be wise enough with his football acumen to know that when the San Francisco 49ers cut Jim Plunkett, he snatched his ass immediately. There's only 2 elite quarterbacks you have, that you've ever had. Mark Davis has been the owner of this team since 2011. The old man passed away in 2011, bro. 14 years, you have not had an elite quarterback. Please tell me why. Oh, and Rich Gannon, who brought him? The guy that Al Davis told him to go get him. Because Al Davis was what? He was the owner when we had Rich Gannon. So there you go. So as long as you keep talking about we have an elite quarterbacks, you ain't attracted an elite quarterback. Nobody wants to come that's elite to play for you. That's a quarterback. Straight up. That's the point. Okay? And as long as your ass keeps saying that and you don't do something to increase your situation, that's who you're going to date. You're going to date big Shirley's. You're going to date round Wandas. That's what you're going to date. You're not going to get no Chloe, bro, standing at the bus stop. I don't care what kind of Jordans you got on. You ain't got your shit together. Okay? Straight up. People who are elite want to be around what? Elite organizations. They don't want to be around an organization who don't get their shit together. So that's why you don't have one, bro. As long as you keep complaining about it. And I understand what you're saying, bro, but you're ignoring the reason why you don't have something. Okay? You got to crawl before you can walk, bro. And y'all don't want to crawl. You want to act like you guys are on the Chiefs level. You want to act like you're on the Chargers level. You're not even on the Broncos level, because the Broncos drafted a quarterback that you didn't. You got Brock Bowers, but shit, Brock Bowers needs the ball to be thrown to him. Just imagine if Brock Bowers had a quarterback who can actually throw him the football, what he would have did. You know how many people threw him the ball last year and he still had over 100 catches? He had about 4 quarterbacks throwing him the ball. He caught passes from Desmond Ridder. What are you talking about, bro? Desmond Ridder, homie? You got, man, come on, bro. Come on. Brock Bowers probably would have had 150 catches if he would have had a decent quarterback. So that's why you don't never have an elite quarterback, because no elite quarterback wants to come over here. Okay, what's going on, Sarah? I'm just tired of the excuses, bro. I'm tired of it. You guys got an excuse for every fucking thing, bro. I've been a fan fucking 51 years, dog. You can't tell me something I ain't seen. I've seen every fucking thing, bro. I've seen it all. I've seen everything. I don't care what these channels are talking about. I don't care how many subs you got. I don't care how many subscribers, members. I don't care how many views. You can't out-Raider me, bro. You're either on my level or you're not. You can't out-Raider me, dog. Out at all. I've seen them all, bro. From Stabler all the way up to Cam Miller. I've seen them all with my own eyes, bro, in person. I've seen them all. I was just at the practice, just at the scrimmage. I seen Cam Miller play live. I seen Garoppolo. I've seen Stidham. I've seen Carr. I've seen Jamarcus Russell. I've seen Terrell Pryor. I've seen them all, bro. I've seen them all, dog. I seen Dan Pastorini. I seen Jeff Hostetler. I've seen them all, bro. And I'm telling you, you've only had elite quarterback twice. Twice, bro. In my 51 years, there's only 2 quarterbacks that I consider to be elite. I don't consider Rich Gannon to be elite. I consider Rich Gannon to be a quarterback who played well 1 year. When he won the MVP, he got to the Super Bowl, he wet the bed. He didn't play well after that. He was shell-shocked after that shit. How you think I feel? I can name 20 in my head. Dante Culpepper, Jason Campbell, who was a good quarterback, but he got hurt. Okay, I can name a whole bunch of people. But Aaron Brooks, Matt McGloin, Andrew Walter. I've seen every quarterback. Every one of them. They ain't did shit. None of them, dog. But you're talking about, what about that one over there, though? Until we get that one, we're not going to do anything. Dude, they ain't coming over here. You're the team that everybody uses as leverage to get a better deal. That's all Matthew Stafford did. Matthew Stafford used the Raiders and Tom Brady to get a better deal with the Rams. The Rams were willing to let him go. The Rams was like, hey, man, go out there and see what you could do, dog. Because they really didn't think nobody was going to fool with him. Tom Brady, oh, hey, man, hey, boo, 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 hey, man, what kind of moose you here, man, you know, hey, man, do you comb your hair back, you comb it forward, what do you do, dog? I mean, who cuts your hair? I mean, doing all that type of shit. Come on, dog. You know Tom Brady's a model, bro. You know that. He's a GOAT, but he's a model. He's a GOAT model. Hey, man, shoot, man, what kind of shoes are those, man? Hey, man, those Ferragamos? Yeah, man, you know. Come on, bro. Soon as Sean McVay said, oh, it's Brady's talking to him. Hey, man, get him back over here. Get him back over here. Get him back. Hey, man, all right, man. All right. Hey, welcome home, bro. You were right. Just used you. Like a $2 hooker. Just used you, bro. If she's $2, she's using you. You ain't using her. Don't play with me, man. I'm sick of the excuses. Okay? It's you. All right? What's going on, Sarah? All right, man. Okay, Robert Benjamin, what's up, RP? Yeah, he said, Cam got a comment in here. What's going on, big dog? Okay, Mark Caspian. I bet that Cuban guy gave you this in Vegas. Nah. This is just a regular stick that my boy Bill Holloway. That Cuban that he gave me in Vegas is still in there. In the humidor, aging nicely. Okay. All right, man. Straight up. Okay. All right, man. So Raider fans has the lowest quarterback IQ for quarterbacks. I agree with that. They didn't want Jaden Daniels. They didn't want Caleb. Nah. Because you got to understand, man, our fan base is too concerned about what they like, not about what's going to help them win, bro. I tell you this, man, you'll like anybody, man, if you're winning. I don't care who it is. You win, you ain't going to hate the person who's winning, who's making you win. The person who's putting money in your pocket, I don't care what it is. Okay? I'm telling you, man, there's been a lot of cats who I love to death. When I first met them niggas, I couldn't stand them, dog. They couldn't stand me, and I couldn't stand them. Why? Because we were in competition. And when you're in competition with somebody, man, how I was raised, we didn't like who we were in competition with. Ain't that right, Bill? Ain't that right, Sarah? Whoever's we in competition with, we didn't like. But if you're around somebody enough and you guys start finding out that you guys are similar in a lot of ways and you start respecting that person and y'all become cool, y'all be friends forever. So my closest friends, bro, we were not close because we were in competition. We were in competition for the same girls, same jobs, who had the dopest whip, who had the best Jordans, who had this, who had the dopest outfit, who had the best haircut, who had this, who had that. Hey, man, yo, I'm hearing about this nigga. Oh, man, I keep hearing about him, man. He ain't all of that shit, dog. And then you get to know him. You're like, hey, man, this dude's like me. Hey, man, you like me too. Oh shit. Man, do you know what we can do, bro? We just form Voltron right quick. Oh yeah, we form Voltron, man. We're gonna make all these mugs mad. They all mad. Then you got everybody. You're hanging out with Shaq. Hey man, Shaq is cool as shit. Oh hey, you hanging out with Mark? Hey man, Mark. Hey man, me and Mark killing them out here. That's how it works, bro. Okay. But when you just don't want somebody because you don't like them, you're shitting on yourself. These people are going on being successful elsewhere. Did Carter Bradley look like he was mad because the Raider let him go? Carter Bradley looked like he was happy as hell. Carter Bradley tried to tell you guys, man, I could throw the ball. Tried to tell you I tried to tell you guys I had moxie. I tried to tell you guys I had what it was. Y'all didn't see it. See this touchdown that I just threw on your ass. See this field goal for a win. All right, man, straight up. All right, man. Okay. Okay, all right, straight up, man. Okay. All right, man. Facts. Hey, man, what's going on? Okay, let me get this hoe off my shit. It's always a hoe on here. Okay? Like I said, hoes spread diseases, man. You got to be careful, bro. Okay? All right, man, straight up. All right, man. Okay, had to get this hoe off my shit. All right. All right, 1-1-1-1-1. All right, man. Okay. Patrice. Okay. Ball protection's under weakness AOC. I agree. Can't. All right, man. Okay, Whittington, you think AOC would have pissed and had a reaction when Max stripped the ball? He was nonchalant, didn't show any emotion. That's concerning. He has to have fire up his ass before he balls out. It all depends. Who can I say that was a great athlete who didn't show a lot of emotion? Joe Montana. They called him Joe Cool for a reason, man. Joe Montana was always cool as a cucumber, bro. I didn't ever see him doing a demonstrative act. He was always cool. He was always cool. Under pressure, he was go out there, bro. I mean, I always remember this story, man. I always remember this story when the 49ers were winning their first Super Bowl. I was rooting against them, dog, hella hard. And remember, Bill, when they played Mike Hurd's Cincinnati Bengals. They had the Cincinnati Bengals had Jim Anderson was their quarterback, and they had what's his name, man? What was his name, man? Ickey Woods. All that shit. I was rooting against them, dog. And I remember at the end of the game when they won on that last drive, and Joe Montana was in the huddle. They had to go 90 yards to win the game, bro, and everybody was all nervous. Everybody was all worried. Joe Montana goes into the huddle. True story, bro. I heard Jerry Rice say it. I heard Dwight Clark say it. I heard all these players say it. So he was in the huddle, bro. You got to go 80 yards in a 2-minute drill to win the Super Bowl. And Joe Montana gets into the huddle, and he lines up. He said, yo, man, look over there. That's John Candy. They all turned, and John Candy was sitting in the stands. And he said, hey, man, it's John Candy over there, bro. And they looked at each other, and he's like, all right, man, this is what we're doing. Joe Montana was pointing out John Candy in the stands right before, because he's like, man, we got this shit in the bag. What are you talking about? Man, look at John Candy over there. John Candy about to see us win the Super Bowl. He went right down that field. Threw the touchdown pass to Earl Cooper, bro. Okay, number 49, because like I said, I pay attention to the whole league. They won the Super Bowl, bro. And they were like, man, we didn't understand. We're all nervous. And Joe Montana was not nervous. And the reason why he said that was just to get their minds off of being nervous. Like, hey, man, it's John Candy over there, dog. Mr. Buck. Hey, Mr. Buck over there, dog. All right, man, here's what we doing, dog. We're going to go down here and score this touchdown, win the Super Bowl right quick. I never seen him screaming on the sidelines, going crazy and doing none of that crazy shit, bro. Ever. So it doesn't, your demeanor doesn't have anything to do with it. It's your confidence. Okay? All right. What's going on, sis? What's going on, sis? Hey, sis, I get all the videos of my niece, bro. I mean, I just smile every time I see her. Okay? Every time I see her. See my niece. I see 2.0. All right, in the building. Hey, man. Yeah, Bev been running around, man, being a grandmother. Okay? Bev be hitting me up every day. Okay, she don't got to be here. All right, man. Okay. Yeah, man, I ain't playing, dog. I'm definitely laying it down like Jack Tatum, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's my safety. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, man. Got to do it. Call up that APB. Hey, sis don't want nobody looking for her. I don't even know where sis be at. Sis be telling me after she gone. Okay. Brick was at the club doing mashed potatoes. Nah, Brick wasn't dancing. Brick wasn't dancing. Brick was just chilling with me at the bar. Brick wasn't out there cutting a rug. Brick was in there chilling. We was in there drinking, talking football. Whatever he wanted, bro. I don't care what he wanted. Jameson's, he wanted 2 fingers, 4. I was like, man, give him a double on everything. Brick didn't have to pay for shit the whole night. I was just talking. I was just happy he showed up. I didn't know he was coming. I did not know, bro. My DJ did not tell me. Okay. He did not tell me. He did not tell me that Brick was coming. He just said, hey, I got somebody coming. I was like, okay, I mean, all right. And the JT the Brick, well, I was like, oh, shit. Hey, man, Shaq, JT the Brick. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's going on, Brick, man? What you want, man? What you drinking? He's like, hey, man, what you got? I said, man, come on, dog, go to the bar. I just chilled at the bar with him all night talking football. I did not care about what was popping. Money was all, I had the person at the door getting the money. DJ good. Shooby doobies down. Everything was cool. I bricked the whole night. Brick didn't dance with me. He chilling with me. We talking football. Okay? Went up to the DJ booth, man. I went on the microphone. JT the Brick in the building, man. Let him do the wave and all that shit. Okay? All right, man. Brick's a real one, dog. All right, man. Okay, man. Salute to Greg Papa, man. Fight against cancer, man. Yeah, Bill. Hey, man. With all that being said, man, salute to Greg Papa, man. You know, when it comes to a man's life, man, it doesn't matter what the differences are. All right, man. Later tea time. I love AOC, but he's been killing me with starting his wide receivers and holding on to the ball, waiting for the play to develop. He's smart, but I think he overthinks the game. I don't think he overthinks it. I know he overthinks it. Bill Blass, AP wanted to roll with AOC, second-year coach, man, it would have been a disaster. But if you got the coach second year, man, it would have been a disaster. You don't know if that would have been a disaster or not, because if he wouldn't have been sabotaged, you wouldn't have known what he would have did the first year. I mean, that's a lot of speculation, man. When you got your boss absolutely trying to sabotage your job, you can't say what would have happened the next year you were at the job, because the first year you were there to be absolutely ran out of the building. So I don't agree with that at all. We don't know what would have happened. The way that you would have did it was to let him do what he did and let him fail on his own. But you wanted to make sure he failed, and that's why Tom Telesco made sure he failed. Instead of just saying, oh, you know what, he's not going to cut the mustard, let him do what he does. He didn't do that because he was afraid that he was going to do what he wanted to do. And no matter how much you guys try to say what AP would have did, those guys that played in that locker room never stopped playing for him because Mark Davis said it. So I don't want to hear nothing that's talking about AP. I don't want to hear anything you guys are talking about. All right. Okay. All right, man. Okay. All right, man. What's happening? Big Time Willie, go ahead and make that Shador trade. I mean, let's do it. All right, man. Okay. Said Raider fans take feelings over winning. They do. I don't. Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, me, Bill, Whittington Thomas, and us OGs, us three ringers, we've talked about it ad nauseum, dog. I can legitimately go to my maker with my rings. I can legitimately be like, hey, man, I ain't never going to win another one, and I'll be okay, because I know why we're not winning another one. I'm good. I lived my life. I lived my success already. I've done it. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. I've done what y'all trying to do once. I've been done it. I won my first ring when I was 9. I'm not tripping off of shit. I'm not worried about nothing. If we don't win nothing, you guys are going to be arguing. I'm not going to be arguing. I'm just going to polish my old ass diamonds and my old ass platinum shit, my gold, my 18 karat gold ring, and it still counts. Rub some nice oil, not no Diddy oil. Rub some damn polishing oil on my damn 3 Lombardis that I have. I'm good. I don't have to sit up here and argue with you guys. You guys are the ones that's trying to figure out how you can get your first one. I don't have to worry about it. And when you do get your first one, I'll be getting my 4th. That's just facts. Okay? So like I said before, you guys can argue amongst yourself. Okay? Put some respect on the Bison Cam Miller. We've been done it. Okay? Patrice, solid grunting ring. I say we will have. Silver Surfer will be on skates. Hope he doesn't take too many more risks. I think he learned. I think that stinger taught him a lesson. I mean, I'm very surprised, man, that he never got a stinger in Pop Warner, JV, varsity, and in college. That was the first stinger he ever got. And what's a stinger? A stinger is your nervous system letting you know, don't do that again. That's your nervous system saying, don't do that again. Huh? He ran his ass over, but at what cost? That dude is a guy who probably ain't gonna make the team. You're a damn, sixth pick of the draft, man. You got to know when not to do that shit. But I think he definitely was tired of you guys talking. But he came right back in the game, got him a touchdown, and proved everybody wrong. Okay, Emmanuel Gary. Don't forget Brian Hoyer. That's the guy who couldn't think of his name. So that's 9 quarterbacks. AOC has had the only person that could have taught him something. You guys ran him out of town. Out of 9 quarterbacks, you had one that could have legitimately helped them, and you guys ran him out of town. Okay? Okay. All right. Oh, he wasn't there? Okay, well, doesn't matter. Wait a minute, 2000. Yeah, I get it right. AOC. Okay. You're right about that. All right, man. I got you. Oh, you sent me the sound bite? Okay. Thanks, Patrice. Xavier Fossey does give the opponents time to breathe. Dude, everything is timing in the National Football League. It's all about timing. It's all about timing, man. You don't have to have the strongest arm. Okay? Your timing has to be on point. I'm going to tell you this shit right now. Ken Stabler. A lot of you guys will never be able to say you saw him outside of seeing him on tape. Ken Stabler did not have the strongest arm in the NFL. During the time in the 70s, Terry Bradshaw had a stronger arm than him. Roger Staubach had a stronger arm than him. Bob Greasy had a stronger arm than him. Craig Morton had a stronger arm than him. Fran Tarkenton had a stronger arm than him. Lynn Dawson had a stronger arm than him. James Harris, first black starter in the history of the National Football League, for the Rams, had a stronger arm than him. Shit, who else had a stronger arm than him? So many people. Even Jim Plunkett had a stronger arm than him. But his timing was all he needed. His timing was perfect. He knew when to throw the ball, and he knew when not to throw the ball. He knew where to throw the ball. He knew to throw it in the catch radius. His accuracy and his timing is why he's the GOAT. Quarterback for our team. He's only got 1 ring. But who did he win it on? Who did he win? Who did he have to get through to win it? The Steelers. Who were the kings of the 70s. We had to go through them to win the ring. He had to outplay Terry Bradshaw. He had to outplay Lynn Swann. He had to outplay Jack Lambert, Jack Ham, Donnie Shell, Dwight White, Franco Harris, Rocky Blyer. Okay? All them cats. John Stallworth, Mean Joe Green, the homie. He had to play all of them dudes to get a ring. So, arm strength and all of that, all you got to do is have poise. All you got to do is have timing and accuracy, and you'll be a good quarterback. That's all you really need, bro. You got those things, you don't have to have the strongest arm in the league. And be clutch. When a play needs to be made, play's made. See your hands. Holy roller. Goes to the post. These are all-time iconic passes that were made by the same man who didn't have the strongest arm because he didn't need it. Simple as that, bro. You got a good enough jab, you win the fight. You ain't got to knock nobody out to win. You just pushing somebody's head back 12 rounds. Every time he comes in, boop, 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 boop. That's why a lot of you guys didn't respect Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather wasn't knocking nobody out, but he wasn't getting hit, and he was just bopping you all the whole fight. Now y'all mad because he didn't knock nobody out. Look at the scorecard though. Come on, bro. The judges rule it 118, 110, 117, 111, 116, 112, and still, y'all mad. Y'all mad. Oh, Floyd, he didn't get Floyd, why? Man, you're not to knock your ass out, man. I'm here to win. I'm not here just to knock somebody out. That's the point. Xavier Foster, $2 dono. Thank you, my dog. Aidan allows too much time. He does. After the third read, legs get out of the box. Out of bounds has to be instinctive. Facts. Hootie Bizzle. Okay. All right, man. What's happening? Joey F. Aidan allows the defense to make a whole sandwich, take a nap, relax before the snap, and after the snap. Pete Carroll says it right here. We're not quite as fast when he's playing. You got the same personnel. That's bad. You got the same personnel. AOC goes, okay, look. Geno Smith goes out there. Because you guys are talking about second string line is trash. That's why. I saw it. Me and Whittington Thomas saw it. We saw AOC with the first team in practice. Who does he have out there? He has Colton Miller. He has Mumford. He has Jordan Meredith. He has a JPJ. He has Brock Bowers. They're running a 12 personnel. Brock Bowers on one side. Michael Mayer on the other side. Jacoby Meyer. You got, if you don't have running 12 personnel, you got DeAndre Thornton on the outside. You got Trey Tucker in the slot. You got Ashton Genty as the single back. They look totally different when Geno's out there. They look crisp. They look, their timing is on point. Everything's precision. Okay? AOC get out there, same personnel, same weapons, same line, same center, same guard, same slot receiver, same X receiver, same wide receiver. All of that shit. And Genty. Sack. Incompletion. Somebody's timing is on and somebody's timing ain't. There's nothing more you can say, bro. Okay? All right, man. Joey F says Cam Miller straighten the defenses. Plays without fear. Yeah, man. I mean, it's really easy when you're first year. Okay? All right, man. Yeah. Okay. Nobody's comparing AOC to Daniels, Caleb, and all those people. I'm telling you, none of these guys are on your team. You're always talking about somebody else who's not on your team, bro. And there's a reason why they're not on your team. Okay? All right, man. DC had excitement going to the huddle. Like I said, man, he did with his job. He always ran towards the huddle. While Minshew walked for a stroll. Do you guys remember? Here's the beauty of this channel. You guys can always go back and watch videos, watch lives from before. Go back to last year's Denver game when Gardner Minshew threw the 100-yard pick six to Patrick Surtain, and secured his Defensive Player of the Year award. When I was complaining during the live that that Gardner Minshew was walking out to the huddle. Walking. I mean strolling. Dude, you're supposed to jog out there. Okay, let me put it to you guys like this. If you guys watch baseball, a lot of you guys are probably going to watch this Giants and Padres game. I might watch it. I probably won't. Okay. But when the inning is over, okay, there's a pop fly. I don't care what outfielder you name. It could be the right fielder, left fielder, or the center fielder. The balls will pop up in the game, and they're going in the innings. The only person who walks back to the dugout is the pitcher. That's the only person who's walking to the dugout. Why? Because the dugout is right there. Maybe the catcher's walking back. Everybody else is jogging. Everybody else is jogging. But when you're the quarterback, and you have a 40-second clock, and they've already placed the ball, and you're walking out instead of running to the huddle to get everybody set up, there's something wrong with you. But when you saw him playing for the Kansas City Chiefs, he didn't do none of that shit. He didn't take none of those whack-ass pictures. He didn't do none of that stupid shit when he was over there. His pictures look like they look when he was with the Jaguars. His team pictures look like he looked when he was with the Colts. His pictures look like it looked when he was with Kansas City. When he was with you, he was taking whole picks. Y'all made excuses. Oh, come on, Shaq. He's just trying to keep it loose, man. That's his personality. Nah, that's his personality when he's with you. Zelda ain't jumping in and out of cars now that she's over there hanging out with Joey now. She cleaned her shit up. She know Joey's a catch. You weren't a catch. That's why she was jumping in and out of people's cars. That's why that's why the homie saw her getting Big Chubb's car. And you didn't see her talking about she was at her girlfriend's house. No, she wasn't. She was at Big Chubb's house. D. Bernie. What's going on, my nigga D. Bernie in the building? Okay. Cam Miller. Yeah, Cam Miller's playing and doing what he got to do. Okay. All right, man. You already know. All right, man. You don't be man wrong. That's facts. Trade AOC for Shador. I don't know how we going to do that, D. Bernie. I don't know how we going to do that, dog. I don't know, bro. I don't know how that's going to happen, dog. I mean, shit. Let's see what the Browns want to do, bro. But I think the Browns they just named Joe Flacco the starter. All that shit that Dylan Gabriel was talking about. Oh man, there's entertainers and then there's competitors. How are you a competitor when you just lost to a 41-year-old? Come on, dog. What kind of competitor are you, bro? I mean, some of the things that these guys say, man, is ridiculous. All right. I'll be honest with you, I can't get mad at AOC because McDaniels threw his ass out there. Have I slandered AOC at all? Have I said I was mad at AOC? I'm not mad at AOC. I know why he's the way he is. Because he got ruined when he got thrown out of there. When he got thrown out. When he got thrown out there, that's when he got ruined. That's when his confidence got shot. Okay, look. We did that game too. Remember when we were going down the field and all we had to do was score a touchdown? We would have beat the Chargers. And AOC threw that interception. That it was a bad interception. He was trying to. He underthrew. Who did he underthrow, man? Underthrew. It'll come to me, man, but I can't remember who he threw. Man, I can't think of who he underthrew, but he underthrew somebody. I can't think of exactly who he underthrew. And he underthrew him, and when he threw the interception, man, he went on the sidelines and he had his head in his helmet like this. Okay? All right? He had his head in his helmet like that. All right? And that was when his confidence was shot at that point because Josh McDaniels didn't come over and tell him it's okay or nothing. He's had his head in his hands, bro. Okay? All right? Okay? Nope, Tom Telesco didn't want to move up to get Jane Daniels. Nope. All right, man. You're my favorite Raider podcasters. Thanks for staying focused. Not on there being drunk, yelling, and banging like a moron. I mean, I'm a Raider fan, not a Raider fool. Okay? All right, man. Raiders aren't smart like that. Okay? Yeah, man. Yeah. Vegetarian. Hobbs injury prone. Hurt again, Jack Jones. Getting cooked. Dolphins at camp. Corian falling behind in practice. Depth on the Eagles. Chavion, super debatable, super extensive contract. Okay, for all those people that you name, there's people that you can't explain that off. Okay? What about Robert Spillane? I'll wait. Robert Spillane negates all of that. He didn't get signed either. Okay? All right? All right. Okay? Says fine to drop the backup quarterback each year, but you don't know who's going to do what, man. A lot of backup quarterbacks. Do you guys know that the absolute GOAT quarterback of all time was a backup quarterback? Like, come on, man. Let's not do this. Okay? When Tom Brady got drafted by Bill Belichick, he was a backup. Okay? To Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe was an all-pro quarterback. So we don't. Tom Brady tell you himself when he went to Michigan, he was 5th on the depth chart. 5th. Okay. Oh, I remember now. Devontae Adams. That's who it was. I couldn't remember. Now, Devontae Adams, when he underthrew Devontae Adams and he had beat the coverage and he underthrew him, because Devontae did a sluggo. He stopped, he stopped and then AOC threw it and Devontae was like this and he underthrew it. When he threw that interception, Josh McDaniels didn't console him or nothing. He went right to the sidelines and put his head in his hands like this. That's when he got ruined. Okay. Okay. Sam Tanker said, that's awesome that your dad took you to a Raider bar, even though he's a Niner fan. Cool as hell. You know what's funny about that, Sam Tanker? My father called me just recently. He said, I want to correct something. I said, what? He said, I was a Raider fan until they moved to LA. When they moved to LA, then I became a 49er fan. I was like, what? He said, yeah. I was like, start trying to think about it. And I said, you know what? I think my dad's right because he was always telling me about Daryl LaMonica. He was always telling me about, I mean, I was real young though, but he was always telling me about Daryl LaMonica. He was always telling me about George Blanda. He was always telling me about who else was he talking about? Not Ted Mastor Kendrick, Ben Davis. He was always telling me those dudes. So he's like, I just want to correct. I was like, well, why did you leave? He said, because when they were gone, I was trying to go to the games. Go to the games that the team that was there. Okay? So he is now trying to correct me. All right? I was like, all right, Dad, whatever. Okay? But yeah, my dad definitely took me there because he told his coworker about he thought it was funny, and it so happened his coworker knew Freddie Belitnikov. And he said, I'll talk to Fred about it. See if Fred let him come by or just stop by or something. And they said, yeah, bring him by. True story, bro. I was in there eating a hamburger, the best hamburger I ever had in my life, dog. I was in there, man. They was, rubbing you on the head. Man, what's up, kid? Hey, kid. Hey, kid. They were like, hey, chill. They were like, hey. Whatever y'all was doing in the corner, hey, let the kid eat a burger right quick. Like burger, fries, and a Coke. Sitting there, man. Grease running out the side of my face, man. I just, hey, kid, you coming to the game? Yeah. Hey, man, bring him to the game, man. She bring him to the game. My father was looking around. My father was seeing shit that I wasn't going to see. I mean, I wasn't seeing what was going on in the corner over there. Hell's Angels was in there, dog. But they were all coming over to me, bro. I was chilling. So it's a salute to my dad for that, man. Salute. Now that wouldn't happen nowadays, but it's shit in 1974 or 5 shit. Real easy then. 76. Real easy. Now, somebody would have pulled out a cell phone and said, oh, look at this kid in here. They would have filmed that shit and called OPD on my father and shit. Okay. All right, man. I'll take Sanders over AOC. Me too. Okay. Gio's got the Raiders have no more windows to be the team. I mean, what window do we got? We ain't got no window. What are you talking about? Boy, Webb, the Raiders don't have no window, bro. Stop. What window do we have? We have to make a window. We're in a windowless house. It's time for Pete is trying to grab a sledgehammer and say, I want the window right here, and he's just beating the wall to make a hole, bro. Once we make the hole, then we get the framer. Window framer comes in, frames the shit. Then somebody comes in, puts the glass in, sets it, and now we have a window. But we don't have no window, man. Let's not do that. Okay? All right. Straight up. All right. Imagine being happy you won 4 games. Like I said, man, people really were over here challenging me on that shit. I'm like, and then when AP got fired, oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Do you know how many of these damn roaches came over here, man, trying to talk shit to me? What happened? Talking everyone loud. I said, yeah, man, just wait. Tom Telesco. Tom still got his job, man. What happened, Shaq? I was like, man, what are you talking about, bro? I know what's getting ready to happen. And when Whittington Thomas, man, you do not understand, bro. It takes a real Raider to tell a real Raider some shit. I was just over here just waiting. I'm like, okay, I mean, it's not over yet. He called me up, man. He called me up. I was watching First 48. I mean, come on, dog. That's what I do. I had the First 48 on, laid in the bed, clicking it. He said, hey, I know you heard already. I said, heard what? What I heard? He goes, you ain't heard? I said, heard what? Raiders just fired Tom Telesco. I said, ah! Threw my phone, man. I was running around and shit. He's laughing. I had him on speakerphone. I was running around, dog. My wife, what happened? What happened? I said, they just fired Tom Telesco. She was like, it's about time. I said, I'm going live right now. Click. You do not understand, bro. That was the greatest live. It's still on here. That was the greatest live of all time, bro. I came on here, bro. I think we had well over 10,000, maybe 15,000. I came on here, bro. I absolutely cooked and destroyed everybody, bro. Told you guys. If he was who y'all said, why'd he get fired 48 hours later, bro? Because it was his fault. Oh, man, I went crazy, bro. I blocked hella people. These people, I talked about people's mamas, grandmamas, baby mamas. I talked about everybody like a dog. Blocked the shit out of everybody, bro. And they haven't been back. Even the people I didn't block don't come over here. Because I was right. And when Mark Davis came out after and said exactly what I said, that Tom Telesco wasn't doing his job and AP was doing his, that just set it all up, bro. Okay? All right? Said Matt Schaub was bumpkins. Fumbled the ball on the field goal attempt, picked up the ball and threw an interception. That's true. Whitey said Pete Carroll's your boy and still didn't get Sanders. Spytek's just as guilty. Come on, bro. Like I said before, man. You guys keep trying to move the goalposts and the goalposts can't be moved. You're trying real hard to blame a man who's coming in with his own rings, bro. Like, Pete Carroll don't owe you motherfuckers nothing. You really think Pete Carroll's supposed to do what the fuck you wanted him to do? Pete Carroll did what the hell he wanted to do. That's what real men do. He didn't want Shedeur Sanders. That's why he didn't draft him. It wasn't his job to do that. His job was to come in and bring in who he wanted to bring in. You guys, man, a lot of the shit, like I said, I always judge you by what you say. Now what makes it worse is you typing it. Then you want to put caps in. Okay? You're being real dumb. I'm Pete Carroll, homie. What do I care about what YD has to say? I don't give a fuck what YD's talking about. I'm Pete. I'm one of only 3 men in the history of football itself to win a national championship and a Super Bowl. There's only been 3 people to ever do it. Jimmy Johnson, Barry Switzer, and Pete Carroll. I don't have to worry about what the fuck you want. You ain't shit. You begged me to be the coach. What are you talking about? I'm 74 years old, chilling. Nobody wanted to be your coach. Nobody. All these channels talking about Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel's going to be the coach. Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel didn't want to be your coach, bro. Then it was Ben Johnson. Bend over. Ben Johnson didn't want to be your coach either, bro. He used the Raiders as leverage to get the Bears job. If I'm Pete Carroll and I'm walking in with my cachet, bro, I don't listen to nothing you're talking about. I don't care what you wanted. Because if you got what you wanted, you'd have it already. I got my own shit. He walked in with his own shit. He knew what he wanted to do. I want Genty. I want Gino. I want this. I want that. And he got everything he wanted. If he wanted Shedeur Sanders, he would have had Shedeur Sanders. But it's not his job to do that. If Mark Davis would have did what he said he was going to do when he saw Shedeur Sanders at the Aces game and said, hey, maybe you're at home already. If Mark Davis would have came in and said, Pete, draft him, nobody drafted him because the Raiders didn't want Shedeur. Like I said before, man, I judge you by what you say and what you write. Don't be an idiot and cap and come in here and say something dumb, because I'll block you. I don't care how long you've been here. You know what? I'm really thinking about blocking the shit out of you right now. I'm really thinking about it, but I'm thinking, okay, man, you just had a brain fart. You slipped and hit your head up against the refrigerator. You're being a dummy. I'm Pete Carroll. I don't have to do what you want me to do. I didn't want it. He didn't fit my system. I got my own system. I created the Legion of Boom. I know what the fuck I'm doing. You're the one that don't have no rings, YD. You don't have shit. You don't have nothing to be saying nothing to me. You're not even on my level. You're not even on the porch, bro. You're not even in the club. You're not in VIP. You're not in regular section. You're not pouring drinks. You're not even bringing the DJ extra beer. You're not doing shit. You're outside. Don't ever come over here telling me what somebody didn't do. You're the one that's rubbing sticks together trying to make a fire, bro. You haven't accomplished nothing in this fan base to even step to me, even look my direction. And anybody else that want to challenge me. Only reason why I'm leaving you on here is because I'm going to read the next thing you say. You say something else, I guarantee you won't ever be over here again. And that goes for anybody that thinks they're going to overstep. Matter of fact, I'm going to go and show you better than I could tell you. Bitch ass off my fucking channel. Anybody else? That's a long time person who's been over here. He's been blocked. Who else? Anybody else want to get squirrely? Watch your mouth over here, bruh. Don't think that you a guest. I'll block the shit out of you. I just blocked somebody, dog, who's been here a long time. Play with me if you want to. You better go play with something safe. I'm not safe. Like I said, anybody else? I still got almost 14,000 subs. You think you that important? Who else? I'm really not playing. Yeah. Play with me if you want to. Like I just said, that's somebody who's been on here a long time. He ain't here no more though. And I'm not unblocking him. He done. I don't need people over here thinking that they bigger than the program. You ain't bigger than the program. I'm the program. It says Matthew Shack Unfiltered. It does not say YD Unfiltered. It does not say none of y'all Unfiltered. It says me. When you come over here and you want to try to, you want to try to let your nuts hang, bro, I'm gonna put them right in the damn fire, bro, for you, dog. Hell wrong with you. All right. Anybody else? I'm just saying, bro, all I got to do is see something crazy. All you want to get blocked, all you got to do is come over here and say something I don't like. I was really trying to be nice. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm going to block the shit out of you. He didn't expect that. All right. Say, I'm more scared about pairing the Eagles. Hope we don't get any players after that game. Hey, man, Eagles is a good-ass team. Okay, Jay, you're saying something stupid. Let me get your ass off my shit, too. Like I said, man, I'm just throwing you guys to the damn fire. Get your whole ass off my shit, too. Who else? You guys better start detracting your comments right now. I'm mad now. Now, I'm going to start blocking the shit out of you guys. Okay? That's two. Anybody else? Gotta watch your mouth over here, bro. Okay? Okay? Wendy Thomas talking to Alfredo. What's going on? What's going on, Alfredo Raider? Chicken Alfredo? All right, man, that's pretty much it. Like I said, man, don't come over here playing with me, man. All right? I got rid of two of them. One of them, he ain't coming back. Very easy, man. You respect the program. Respect the platform. You don't respect the platform. You want to come over here, you want to try to act like you're me, you're going to find out you're not me. Okay? Real quick. All right, man. Y'all got anything else, man? Because I think I've said everything that I need to say, man. I ain't got to argue with people who ain't got no hardware, man. You ain't got no hardware, man. There's nothing to talk about. You got to at least have one for me to even listen to what you're talking about. You trying to challenge me. Don't challenge me, man. I know what I'm talking about. All right? All right, man. Let me see if you guys got anything else to say real quick, man. But, hey, man, you can find out the hard way fooling with me, bruh. Okay? Like I said, I do not care about being popular, bro. This is not a popularity contest for me over here, dog. Trust me, if it was, I'd let these guys come over here and say whatever they want to say. It's not a popularity contest, dog. It's all about, I created this platform because I felt that there was things that weren't being said, and I wanted them to be said. Okay? But like I said, just because you've been over here, that guy been over here for years. He gone now. Now he gonna go over to another channel and talk shit, but we ain't gonna see it. I ain't gonna never see him again. Okay? All right. You gotta read the comments, bro. You guys are on here and you guys ain't reading the comments? You gotta read the comments, dog. There's a reason why I block people. Come over here talking shit. Get your ass off my shit. Okay? All right, man. I'm gonna see who else is on here, bro. All right, I'm gonna see who else is on here. I missed a lot of comments, man, because I was too busy. I'm gonna go back and scroll back a little bit, because I was too busy doing that, man. I wasted a little bit too much time on his ass. He gone now. All right, let me go back. Let me scroll back a little bit. Read you guys' comments. But I still got a little bit of cigar left. All right, man. Salute to the entire chat. Yeah, I've been on for a little bit. This ain't no big deal. I've been on 4 hours before, almost 5. All right, let me scroll back. All right, man. I'm gonna scroll back. I'm gonna scroll all the way back. I'm gonna scroll back a little bit. All right, man. Okay. Jeffrey Moore in the building. Wish we had Jack Jackson Dart. Yeah, bad boy. Do I have a personal artist that makes your shirts? Yeah. You're looking at him. You're looking at him. Okay. All right, man. Let me see here. All right, I'm scrolling back a little bit, man. I really went off on him, man, but he gone now. All right, man. All right. You take Geno over Stafford as well. Hey, man, Matthew Stafford, man, as you can see right now, Matthew Stafford got a big-ass bag, but where is he at? He's on the IR right now with a bulge in his neck. See how the shield works? Guar Webb, elite quarterback. We would assign him, what was he going to be doing? Taking a bag? Now Jimmy Garoppolo's the starter. Can't make it up. Okay? Can't make it up. All right, man, horror fanatic. Geno has way better upside. Yeah, I think we're going to be all right. Okay? All right, man. They should have kept Bradley over AOC. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. He was right there. Joe was a pretty shy guy. Loved his play. I mean, Joe Montana was, without question, the most coolest customer quarterback that I've ever seen. I'd never seen him rattle, bro. Joe Montana was a guy who he would throw a pick six and he'll just run off the field, bro. Like, he didn't look like, he's like, okay, I made a mistake. I won't do that again. Like, I never seen him out of character. Ever. Okay? Anthony Murrow in the building said legendary, bro. Hey, man. Hey, man, like I said, we're the most dominant ever over here. Okay? All right. Okay, Jeff Moore. All right, man. What's the name of your club lounge? Oh, it's gone now, dog. It's gone now. Hey, that was more than 20 years ago. Long time ago. All right. Okay. McGee, ever since we lost the Super Bowl to the Bucks, 35-year-old veterans who were going to retire a year or two, we've been chasing rather than being patient, drafting well. Well, I think we've been drafting pretty well the last 2 years. And when I say that, I mean our first round picks. This is the first time in a long time that we hit a home run on both of our first rounders. Last year we drafted Brock Bowers, home run. We just drafted Ashton Genty, home run. That's 2 years in a row. That's good. It's good, man. Because usually we don't do that. Gruden and Mayock, they wasted so many first round draft picks. Ridiculous. Alex Leatherwood, Cleveland Farrell, Jonathan Abram. Okay, come on, bro. I mean, we can keep going. Damon Arnett. Okay. The cat that drives 163 miles an hour on a regular street in Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. All first rounders, bro. That's 5 or 6 first rounders that we absolutely blew. Josh Jacobs was the best one, but we let a Charger not sign him back. Pete Carroll had to fix that. Pete Carroll had to fix Josh Jacobs. Who was the coach when Josh Jacobs ran that 70-something yard touchdown in overtime when against the Seahawks, bro? Who was the coach on the other sideline when Josh Jacobs ran up the gut, untouched, when DC called that audible? Pete Carroll. You think Pete Carroll would have let Josh Jacobs get away? No. So what did he have to do? He had to go get a new Josh Jacobs. That's why we didn't draft Shedeur Sanders. But like I said, the guy I just blocked, he wanted to get blocked. So I got rid of his whole ass. Okay? Like I said, man, hoes are not good. Hoes spread diseases. As long as you ain't clapping, they could be your friend, man. But don't hug or kiss them, bro. You might catch something. All right, man. She never liked the AOC. Okay? All right, man. I see what you're saying. All right, man. I'm no Raider guy. What's going on? I wouldn't trade ground beef at the dollar store for AOC. I mean, nobody else would either, but he's on your team. Why shit on the guy that's on your team? Game Tight said Gabriel was talking about the media and he was answering a question. I'm going to stop right there. No, we went over it. You guys are trying to cape for Dylan Gabriel and what he said, bro. He wasn't talking about the media because he would have said the media, bro. Why you gotta talk in circles, bro? It's like this, bro. If you're a person who's used to putting people in their place or telling somebody about themselves, you don't talk about them in the third person. If you're going to talk shit about Sammy's not there. Oh, yeah, man, Sammy punk ass, man. Oh, yeah, man, he did that bitch shit, blah, 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 blah. But when you're talking to Sammy, you don't say, oh, yeah, man, some people, man. See, this is stupid. Oh, man, you know, and some people think they all of that, man. You're talking to Sammy. You're talking about Sammy. Everybody knows you're talking about Sammy. But now Sammy's in your face. Now Shaq's in your face. You said all that shit. Now I'm here. Oh, well, you know, sometimes, man, some people, man, they walk around acting like they all of that, and they really ain't all of that. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? Or are you talking about somebody else? Nah, you a real one, and you really want your point across. You're going to say, you think. So when Dylan Gabriel was sitting up there saying a day later he was talking about the media, he should have said the media. He's talking to the media, and he's trying to act like he's not. Nah, dog. No. He wasn't talking to the media. He had you fooled. Because he should have said, well, there's the media, and then there's competitors. He's talking to the people that he said 24 hours later he was talking about. That's how I know it's cap. You're talking to the people who you need to talk to. Okay? Like I said, everybody could talk a good game until you get punched in the mouth. So he roundabout talked about the media when he's talking to the media. He should have just said, well, the media says this and I say that. No, he said entertainers. Since when is a media the entertainment? Like I said, you guys make this shit up as you go, bro. No. He was talking about the guy who's doing this. Everybody caught it but you. Everybody caught that shit. Everybody caught what Dylan Gabriel was throwing, bro. Everybody caught it. But you. Oh, no, he was talking about the media. Because he said he was the next day. And even if he was, all he had to do was say, well, I'm not talking about Shedeur. You guys might be thinking I'm talking about my teammate, but I'm not. He didn't correct none of that shit. He said it, he let it stand, and the next day, 24 hours later, after Kevin Stefanski called him in the office and he got all that bad negative shit on Twitter, all over social media, all on ESPN, all on all the talk shows that he was talking about Shedeur, he came out and said, oh no, I was talking about the media. You fell for that shit. You fell for that. Don't try to make us out to be a fool. That's for you. You really bought that shit. You really bought that it took him 24 hours later to correct a statement that he let sit for 24 hours. No. There's nothing that you could convince me to say that he wasn't talking about Shedeur. There was no reason for him to make that statement. No one asked him that fucking question. Not one person in the media asked him to say that shit. That's how I know you don't know what you're talking about. He surrendered that shit. He wanted to say that. He was feeling himself, bruh. Facts. No, I'm not buying that at all, bro. I've been Dylan Gabriel's age. I've been cocky. I've been arrogant. I've been thinking that my shit don't stink. I've been that cat. But I ain't never been the cat to look somebody in the face who I'm talking to and act like I'm talking about them. I ain't never did that shit. Because people are going to call you on your bullshit. Nobody believed that he was talking about the media. That shit didn't make no sense. That was something he thought about all night. How can I, shit. Ah! Come on, bro. I said the same thing yesterday. See, Game Tight, you weren't here. Let me tell you what I said, bro. Dylan Gabriel went to the University of Oregon, bro. That is a hard school to get into, bro. My nephew just graduated a couple of years ago from Oregon. Do you know what your SAT score is for you to get in that school, dog? That ain't no going to no community college, bro. That ain't going to North Dakota State and shit. Going over there is hard to get in, bro. My nephew went to I said it before, bro. Okay? He went to one of the most prestigious schools in the Bay Area by the name of Archbishop Mitty High School, okay, which is a school that's hella hard to get in. It's $30,000 a year, bro, for you to go to that school. $30,000 per year. At least it was back then. Okay? Catholic school. All right? You either got to be there on scholarship or you got to pay. And your grades got to be impeccable. Okay? Played basketball with Aaron Gordon. Okay, he was on the same team as Aaron Gordon. All right, Aaron Gordon was a senior. He was a sophomore. Okay, all right, on the varsity. Who plays for the Denver Nuggets? Who won the NBA championship? That one that was in the dunk contest. Okay, graduated with honors. Went to Morehouse University, one of the most prestigious black schools in the country. Martin Luther King went there. You know what your grades got to be like? You know what all the shit you got to do to get in that school? He got in that school, bro. Got in the program. Didn't want to be traveling from the Bay Area to Atlanta, back home, and doing all of that. So he said, I'll go to Oregon. Had to transfer. Being an out-of-state resident, he's not from the state of Oregon. He had to meet all these criteria, bruh, to be in the school. Went up there, graduated with honors. The dude is 26. He's making $120,000 a year. Dylan Gabriel's not an idiot, bro. He's not a dummy. He's very smart. The only thing is he ain't smarter than us. He ain't smarter than me. Okay? And that's facts. I'm telling you that shit straight up. He definitely was talking about Shador. And he wouldn't have corrected it if he wasn't getting his ass burned on social media. What's up, Kanisha? All right, man. You guys straight caping for these dudes. What do I think about Jacoby not getting paid? He'll get paid. Okay? Jacoby gonna get his money. All right, man. Okay. Frank Nablas. Darryl LaMonica was Al Davis' prototype quarterback. My father always told me about Darryl LaMonica, man. Always. Before my time, though. He always told me about the Mad Bomber, the Mad Bomber, the Mad Bomber, the Mad Bomber, the Mad Bomber. My dad was always telling me about him, dog. My first quarterback was Stabler. That was the first quarterback that I ever seen. I mean, that's pretty damn good, bro. That's pretty damn good for the first quarterback that you ever seen play football or you ever was Stabler. That's pretty good, man, for me. I liked that he was left-handed. He moved like a cobra and shit. I'm like, who is this dude? There wasn't no left-handed quarterbacks in the NFL. Everybody was right-handed. I'm like, man, I like this dude. And he played up the street. I'm like, yeah, I like it. I like the uniforms. I like that whole shit. Okay. All right, man. Straight up, man. All right, man. Like I said, I mean, we blocked the shit out of folks, man, over here. D. Bernie, if we do not draft a quarterback next year, with the brother that plays for South Carolina. Yeah, man, him, and then there's a lot of talk about possibly people talking about, hey, man, let's go get Arch Manning. I don't know if the Mannings want him to play for the. I mean, maybe if Pete's there, they'll allow it, but you know, we'll see. Okay. All right, man. Okay. Who did I just block? Come on, dog. Doesn't matter. Best stream this month. Everyone I do is good. 3 ringers in the house. D. Bernie's crazy that they hating on him, not giving his just due. Okay. All right. Starbuck was the most was feared the most. Shaq. I know. I mean, Roger the Dodger Starbuck. I mean, there's certain things, man, that when you're talking to me, you're talking to somebody who has 51 years of NFL knowledge. I paid attention to everybody, bro. And there's a play that all of you guys have heard of that Roger Staubach invented that is part of football lexicon to this day. It was, let me see if I can remember, bro. Long time ago. But the Cowboys were playing, and I saw the highlights because back then they didn't show all the games. They showed all the regional games. But the Cowboys were playing the Vikings, bro. I think this was 1974. Somebody look it up after I tell you what it is. I think it's the first year I started watching pro football. I'm a little kid, but I'm watching all the highlights and all that shit. And the Vikings were beating the Cowboys because the Vikings were hella good. They lost 4 Super Bowls in the 70s, bro. They lost to everybody. Okay? But they had Chuck Foreman, Ahmad Rashad, Carl Eller, Jim Marshall, Alan Page, the Purple People Eaters, and Fran Tarkenton, and Jerry Krause. Next, what's his name? Not Jerry Krause. What was his name? His last name was Krause. He was a safety, man. Made the Hall of Fame. I know his last name was Krause. Can't think of his first name. And Roger Staubach was. They only had like about 50 seconds left, like about 2 minutes. They did a 2-minute drill. And Roger Staubach's going down the field. It's snowing. Outside, they didn't have the Kingdom yet, so they're outside. It's freezing out there. And Roger Staubach had 1 play left. 1 play left, bro. They weren't even, they think they were on the other side of the 50. And Roger Staubach was back there, and they collapsed on him, and he dodged around, did the Dodger thing, and threw this ball up. And Drew Pearson, the original number 88, caught this ball, bro. No time left on the clock. And the announcer said, that was a Hail Mary. He said Roger Staubach said a Hail Mary before he threw that ball. We've all heard Hail Mary. Roger Staubach invented the Hail Mary, bro. Roger Staubach invented the Hail Mary. That's why it's in football lexicon to this day, bro. You can go watch it on You can go watch it on YouTube right now. Get off of here and go watch that play, bro. You're gonna hear the announcer say, Roger Staubach said a Hail Mary before he threw that ball, because that ball had it didn't look like that Drew Pearson was gonna catch it. Caught it, won the game with no time left on the clock, and they called it a Hail Mary. Every pass that's done like that is called a Hail Mary to this day. That's how bad of a boy Roger Staubach was. Okay. D. Bernie said, just got back from the Habit with my kids. We went to the Habit last week, D. Bernie. Tonka Hemingway, yeah. Do we have to give John Gruden credit for finding a gym in Max Crosby? Hey, we got to give credit where credit is due, you guys. Got to give credit where credit is due. Okay. That dude really thought that he really thought he was going to stick around after saying that. I'm like, wow, man, you guys are getting brave around here. All right. Okay, yeah. Ronald Foster, D. Bernie with the $4.99 dono. Keep winning, Shaq. Thank you for all the game you dish out daily, man. About to fire up a stick myself. Hey, man, you deserve it, D. Bernie. You work hard, bro. You work hard, bro. Okay, you work hard. You take care of them kids. Okay. Dylan Gabriel went to Oregon, Oklahoma, and Central Florida. Hey, man, he ain't a dummy. I thought the media was just trying to twist shit up. Come on, dog. Like I said before, man, if you're talking to the person that you have an issue with, you don't act like you're not talking to him. You talk to the person who you talking to. That's who you talk to. You tell them. Okay? Well, man, man, well, sometimes people are you. I heard all that shit. Henry heard what you said. Henry in your face now. Now what? Say it now. Come on, bruh. Oh, I was talking about the media. No, you weren't. Gabriel should have worded it better. He should have said the media at the end of what he said. But he didn't, though. And he didn't say it no other time. See, we live in the age now, Guar Webb, that there's no excuses for somebody to get something misconstrued because you have what? You have social media. He could have went right to his Twitter and corrected it. That's how I know he was talking about Shador the whole time. Because he could have went after, because immediately after he said it, that's when all the shit came. How come he was radio silence, bro? He was radio silence on Instagram. He was radio silence on Twitter. All he had to do was come out and put a statement, say, oh, everybody's under the impression that I was talking about my teammate Shador Sanders. I wasn't talking about him. He waited until the next day to do that. That's how I know he's lying. That's how I know he's capped. And that's why he's not the starter right now. Joe Flacco's the starter. All right. Yeah, Pete Carroll gonna cut the shit. Sammy White, Chuck Foreman. Shit, I remember in the Super Bowl 11, man, when Jack Tatum lit up Sammy White. Oh, my God. You talk about a hit. That was before Darryl Stingley. To Sammy White's credit, he held on to that ball, man, but Jack Tatum lined his ass up. Jack Tatum. Boom! Sammy's chin strap in his helmet was like this, and he was on the ground, and Jack Tatum was standing over him like this. Go watch that hit from Jack Tatum, dog. He held on to the ball, but the point was made. Okay. All right, man. Nestor Cortez. Hey, man, Nestor Cortez. That's why we got rid of Nestor. Paul Krause. Yeah, there you go. I couldn't remember his name. I knew his last name was Krause, though, D. Bernie. I said Jerry Krause, like the Bulls. I knew his last name was Krause. All-time leader in interceptions. Paul Krause. I knew his last name was Krause, though. Roger Staubach started the shotgun. That's facts, too. I'm telling you, bro, when I was in Pop Warner football, bro, do y'all remember the Dallas Cowboys offensive line cadence, what the offensive line would do? We did that. We incorporated that when my first year of Pop Warner football. And I saw Dak Prescott do it one time. I saw them do it on one play when they were going to win the game. Okay? So just to let you guys know. Now they do all the blue 92s and red 64s and all of that. Back then it was down, set, hut. Okay? So the Dallas Cowboys would always do this, bro. Down. You go down. They all walk up to the line. They're all standing up. Dallas Cowboys like this. Down. Hit their pass. Set. When you said set, everybody else in the league would get into the three-point stance. Every team in the league would do that. Not the Cowboys, bro. Not the Cowboys. When they come to the line, everybody standing up. Staubach says down, they all hit their pads. And it was synchronized, bro. It was so dope. Okay? Everybody hit their pads at the same time. Now, if you watch, now people come down when they, get kicked down, they all different times. No, Cowboys shit with Tom Landry had it like this. Precision. So, down, everybody hit their pads at the same one sound. It would be one boom. Down, boom. Said everybody would stand completely up and then get into their three-point stance. That was we did that in Pop Warner. I was like, and when we saw that, was like, Coach, can we do the Dallas Cowboys cadence? He said yeah. So no team since then has done that. Now I seen Dak Prescott and them do it one time to pay homage to them when they were wearing the throwback uniforms, and they did it one play. But to have the entire team, you coming out Everybody, and no only person that was down was the center. Nobody else. Everybody standing straight up, bro. Receivers are standing straight up. Running backs are standing straight up. Quarterbacks standing straight up. Tight ends standing straight up. Offensive line, deep. Everybody, just the center. Get under the center. We're still standing there. Down, everybody hit the pass at the same time. Boom. Set, everybody stand completely up and then get into the stance. Hut, hut. Dopest shit I've ever seen, bro. I've never seen no team do it since, bro. Okay? But Cowboys did a lot of shit that I did in Pop Warner, bro. It was just dope, bro. The shit that they would do, bro, was just dope, bro. Okay? Yeah, Paul Krause, man. Max Crosby was a Mike Mayock pick. Yep. 3 home runs off Cortez. Hey, Cortez is boo-boo. Okay, 1 month of Miss Crawford and Cronello. Hey, man, I got Crawford. I think Bud got it. Okay. Bison Burgers the night, Bill. Send one through here. Yeah, his helmet flew in the air, chin strap flew across too. Man, that was just crazy, bro. That's back when you could just hit the shit out of people, bro. Like, just hit the shit out of them. Yeah, Omaha. Omaha, man. Omaha was dope, though. That Omaha shit that Peyton Manning did, I'd always say, Omaha, that's your ass. Omaha, man, that was dope. That is something that separates you from everybody else, bro. Like, quarterbacks, man, they don't have that sense of what they would call a signature play or a signature shot in basketball. Now, when you look at certain players in basketball, you can see it all day. Okay? What was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's signature shot? Sky hook. What was Jordan's signature shot? Fade away. Like, back then, people had signature shit they did, bro. Like, they all had signature shit. Staubach had this signature Roger Dodger running around doing this shit. And then he had the way that he would do his cadence. Okay? And then you'd have the Raiders stable. We didn't do none of that shit, dog. Al, just get in your stance and do what you had to do. But Ken Stabler had that he always did a 7-step drop. Ken Stabler, he was never in shotgun. He was always under center. He was always under center, and he would always take a 7-step drop. Nine times out of 10, he'd do a 7-step drop, dog. And he was left-handed. And that ball, when he threw that ball, the spin was opposite. Okay? So, when you have a left-handed, I've never played with a left-handed quarterback, bro. But it's an adjustment. Because when you throw the ball this way, the ball's going to, let me see. You throw it. Okay. So, if you're right-handed, and you throw the ball's gonna spin counterclockwise. Okay, because wait a minute. It's gonna spin clockwise. So when you throw the ball's gonna spin clockwise, like this, and the ball's gonna go like this. Right. So it's gonna go that way. When you're left-handed, it's gonna spin counterclockwise. It looks totally different, bro. It looks different. All the left-handed people that I knew couldn't throw football. But even Jerry Rice said it. He said when Steve Young became the quarterback, he dropped a lot of passes because he wasn't used to the spin. The spin was totally opposite. Okay, so Ken Stabler had that opposite spin, when he threw the ball. So every quarterback had something that they did, bro. I mean, even Bob Greasy had that little thin ass face mask that was super thin, and then Bradshaw did it for a season until he played the Raiders and he started getting his clock clean and he went to a full mask, man. But he had that little, that little thin ass bar that was like this and shit. Bob Greasy played with that shit his whole career. So quarterbacks now, they don't have no signature. Well, that's not true. I say Jalen Hurts has the tush push. That's his signature shit he does. Okay. But most quarterbacks, they don't have like a signature thing that they do anymore. But Peyton Manning, that damn Omaha, that shit was dope. All right. Okay, straight up, B. Burns. Skyhook is the most unstoppable shot in the history of basketball. Yeah, but I seen Wilt Chamberlain block it twice in the game, in the same possession. I seen Kareem get his shot blocked twice when he was still Lou Alcindor when he was playing. No, he was Kareem when he was playing with the Milwaukee Bucks. He went in that lane, Wilt blocked it, and then he came back and tried to shoot it left. Wilt blocked it again. It was unstoppable until you played Wilt. Ike boy. He said, I didn't realize the assassin ones that hit the shit out of Earl Campbell. Oh, yeah. Earl Campbell said that, remember when Earl Campbell got hit, man, and he was on his back? He said that he couldn't feel his legs when he got hit by Tatum. Jack Tatum was real deal. Okay. All right. All right, man. Didn't he beat Wilt for a championship, though? No. Kareem never beat Wilt for a championship. Wilt was, when Kareem retired, they didn't beat the Lakers. Wilt retired in, D. Bernie, you know I know everything. Wilt Chamberlain retired in 72, after 73. And then he went to the ABA, played for the San Diego Conquistadors in 73. Kareem didn't come to the Lakers until 76. No, 75. So Kareem was with the Bucks. And the Bucks didn't beat the Lakers. The Bucks beat, who did the Bucks beat? I can't remember who they played because it was before my time, but they definitely didn't play the Lakers. Wilt and Kareem never played in the finals. All right. Yeah, it comes clockwise and counterclockwise. Yeah. Phoenix Suns, yeah. Yeah, they played the Phoenix Suns, D. Bernie. I don't remember watching it, but I remember seeing my dad watch it. That Phoenix Suns team, now are we really going to basketball, you guys? I mean, they had, who was on that damn Cleveland Suns team? They had Paul Westphal. They had, did they have Connie Hawkins, Paul Westphal? They had, who else that was on that damn team, bro? Bunch of other dudes that I can't even remember their names, man. But I know that's when Big O Oscar Robinson and Kareem and a bunch of other dudes. Okay. Yeah. Who's my GOAT all-time center? Yeah, I know Paul Westphal was on that team. Number 44, Paul Westphal. Rest in peace. Paul Westphal was like the Jerry West that didn't play for the Lakers. He was a bad boy. Bad boy, man. Paul Westphal, man. Bad boy, bro. Could shoot from anywhere. Okay. Who's my favorite center? GOAT center? It all depends. You talking about longevity or you talking about for one season? If you're talking about for one season, I'll take 2000, 2001 Shaquille O'Neal over anybody. If it's just 1 year, I'm taking Shaq. Shaq was, you ain't understand Shaq. Nobody could deal with Shaq, bro. I don't even think Wilt could have been able to deal with Shaq in 2000. But Shaq only could do that shit for like 1 or 2 years, bro. So, but if you're talking about over a career, I gotta take Kareem. You know, I could take Olajuwon. I could take a bunch of other guys. But for 1 year, for one season, I'm taking Shaq. I get the pick out of everybody. 2000 Shaq. 2000 Shaq, bro. Nobody's dealing with 2000 Shaq. Nobody, bro. Nobody. There was nothing you can do with him. Nothing. He caught the ball in the post, bro. That was it. Go watch an All-Star game. Go watch the All-Star game dunk that he did on David Robinson. David Robinson, when David Robinson was the defensive player of the year those back-to-back years, and Shaq caught that ball in the post and put that shoulder into him. David Robinson fell down, bro, as muscular as he was. Nobody was dealing with Shaq in 2000, bro. Nobody. Okay. All right. Yeah, man. But it doesn't matter, dog. I talk all things. But getting back to the subject, we'll see what happens, bro. I want AOC to succeed, man, but it's on him. It's not on me. It's on him. So, anything else y'all got, man? I've been on here 3 hours, man, but hey, man, I can keep going, though. Ain't gonna bother me. Ain't bothering me at all. All right. But all right, man, I think it's good, man. I think I'm gonna go inside, man, get me something to eat. But yeah, man, I guess we will see. You know, all I'm just here so I don't get fined, man. But I know sometimes you guys get a little bit ahead of yourselves, man, and you guys, you might say something that say something you shouldn't say, man. And I'm not the one for that one, bro. Like, you gotta watch your mouth, bro. You don't. You gotta act like you got some sense, bro. Like, you can't just come over here and just start being insulting, bro. You be insulting, dog, I'm gonna block the shit out of you, dog. It don't matter. All right, D. Bernie, keep winning. Peace. Hey, man, peace to all y'all, man. Matt Shackerfield.